just to get everyone here on the same page, your empire, the faction that you're creating, which is still yet to be defined itself, is starting to grow.
Time revolution.
It's starting to grow, but and you are collecting tithes. Tithes are coming in from across the land, and they are helping the tank hag fuel her things.
Well, I apologize. I have something to ask. Can we do this part a bit later?
I don't know what part you're talking about. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
And eventually, everyone within your territory is paying their dues, except for the area on the outskirts of your territory. The last payment came through, but then they stopped tithing. They stopped providing their tithes. So Vanya, Jan Vorel, and Keenan Runes enter stage left to Swamp Fowl. The Swamp Fowl is covered in this nasty kind of swamp at the bottom, and because of this, the entire area is raised above the ground by about 100 feet or so. There is a rickety kind of set of platforms that extend across the area, and you know that this is Ogren territory. The Ogrens, they're actually slavers as well, and their tithe to you was to give you material for servitors. And with that, I'm done talking. Mr. Alistar and Bartleby, you are waiting.
Okay. Waiting where? So no, not even here.
Take a perception test.
Remind me of that one again, because that's not like.
It's going to be wisdom plus d20.
Okay. 15.
You don't see anything and you can't move. There is something warm and dirty covering your face. The last thing you remember was rushing out of Gloomsdale with Calvin's character and wandering into the wastes. And you entered a fugue state as the corruption started to seep into you.
Fugue state, all right.
You want me to roll the perception test too?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Perception.
I got 9 and my wisdom 16.
So 12.
You are out cold. Somebody hit you, but you don't remember that.
Okay.
So where are we, Paul?
You will be located in this tower over here. You are with as many bannermen as you really would want to have at this point. You really are capable of mustering resources. However, vehicles do have quite a chance of running amok here. In fact, take a wisdom test.
On it. That will be 20.
You can see that this is on the very edge of your territory, and there is the rust is setting in very quickly on all vehicles, but making a big plot hole here, not really on weapons. Weapons somehow are just the oil, the holy unguents protects them from whatever's happening here. But any vehicle here will not last long.
So what do you guys want to do?
I missed our last game. What the fuck are we here for?
Well, last game we went to the Omnisaya Fist, and we arranged them to go under our vassalage as part of our vassals. And I gained an accolade because um, Aegis is now a dreadnought, which is kind of a power armor,
Okay.
and that's basically all the changes that happened.
Yeah, but why are we here?
Because I don't know if you were listening to Paul, but it's because you remember the DSX humankind revolution.
Of course.
So, well, in the 77 years that we are left, it grew and grew, and now people under our territory are paying tithes, except Swampfall that that haven't paid us yet.
Translation: Swamp Fowl has not paid its tithe.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Okay.
So
So,
as lords, we come there and take our due.
and then I think it's time for us to enter
Yes, it is. It is, my friend.
and take what we are owed.
There were defenses around Swamp Fowl. You saw Ogrins manning heavy weapons, but as soon as they saw your banners, you saw the heavy weapons kind of raised toward the sky, almost in salute.
Oh, okay. We're gonna walk in here and they're gonna respect us then. So,
That's a good start. Let's see how it goes.
okay, yeah. I mean, I would like to walk in. Are we already in the building?
Yes, you see KKV.
Yeah.
Keenan. Oh, sorry, Keenan Janvorov on you. I don't know where I got the other K from.
Okay.
Kazrak.
Kazrak. There we go.
All us rogues just look alike, huh?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, do we see anybody?
Take a perception test.
$24.
All right. This is not an exceptionally big map. I mean, we've played with almost kilometers in play before. You can see that, you know, this right here is 30 feet, which is the average walking movement for really anyone. You see a group of robed characters in this area, and the thing about this area is it is raised above the ground, but there is about I would say a 20-foot gap between it and the rest of the platform. You also start noticing the outlines of Ogrins occupying the ruins. There are no less than 5 of them, and the ruins themselves cannot hold their bulk. They're massive. They're one of the only mutants allowed to breed within the Imperium because they are used as beasts of burden and shock troops.
Okay. Well, if nobody objects to it, I would like to make my way towards that 20-foot gap.
All right.
I will
As
follow John Morville
Yeah.
with a lordly manner, of course.
Yeah, of course.
you have a retinue with you.
We do.
Yes, we do. We have people now that listens to us. Weirdly
do?
enough.
You
That's
do.
new.
Okay. Roll infamy. One of you.
Who wants to roll it?
I'll roll it.
Go ahead.
I got 19 and my infamy is 52.
What would you like with you, Jan Vorel? No one else answer this.
Fuck.
Do, do.
I
If
mean,
you'd like to help him out, you can give him a lifeline for 3 infamy. If you want to give your friend a lifeline, 3 infamy will
no,
give you.
Paul, that's okay. But I mean, before I answer you, can you just tell me, like, would I feel comfortable in this area where we are right now? Or is this like my own high?
This is a green version of hell.
Okay.
The swamp beneath you is this like terrible muck, and you can see the bones of people and other things in there, and there's absolutely nothing living beneath you.
Okay, well, vehicles aren't going to do us any good. I'll take a heavy
Oh, you're
bolter.
going to hate me.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
going to hate me.
How many heavy bolter guys would you like? How many heavy bolters would you like? Actually, roll d4 for me. Roll d4 for me.
I prefer that. 4.
You have 4 teams of heavy bolter guys, and they just really mean business.
Okay.
They will be marked as just little blips.
No problem with that.
Well, there's actually 8 men there, but it's a gunner and a loader. So you end up making your way to the gap, and at like just as soon as you start walking there, you see
I must.
sorry for the transition. I mean, I didn't think this would go smoothly anyways.
You need to get an assistant or something. You need like someone to help you with costume changes.
Yeah, you need a custom maker.
We need like 2 small people wearing all black, like they do in like a stage production, and they'll just like rush past, and like as they come past, it'll be like a montage thing.
It'd have to be a musical though. It would have to be a musical.
Absolutely, we'll get you a good theme song.
You see these idiots before you, and they say, "We are the emissaries 3."
What?
We are the emissaries 3, and you see that on his finger, he actually only has 3 fingers, and it's probably just so he could do this more effectively.
Does it look like he was born with 3 fingers, or did he have the other ones cut off? Bonnie wants to go up and check.
They fell off. Well, from your 20-meter distance, 20-foot distance, you can tell that they probably atrophied off. These are disciples of Nurgle, and you do see the Thrax Knight banner glimmering, billowing in the background.
Okay.
Samuel, sorry. Never mind. We're gonna get back to that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Just focus on this.
Okay. Are they on the other side of that 20-foot gap?
Yes.
Okay.
We know that you have business here, and it's probably best if you finish it before you talk to us, though. We know that you are very quick to anger, so why don't you take out your anger on them before we talk business?
Okay, that sounds good.
So what did they ask?
They are the emissaries of 3, and we should come back to them after we finish our business.
Well, if they really want to talk to us, they just have to come.
Dude, I have no clue what you just said.
Well, I mean, if they really want to talk to us, they can just come meet us at our HQ or neutral ground.
We think it's probably safer if we keep a distance of at least 7 feet, as we are a little contagious.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm happy to make the DM's life easy this time. Let's go do our business first.
Vanya,
Okay.
she nods.
So I guess we happily continue. Let me annotate. So we will go up and that way.
Okay. And as you're moving up, you are greeted by a sight most foul.
Seeing his face for the first time was really one of the hardest moments for me.
Her grandmother was killed.
And I just remember crying.
Yeah, mute yourself, Daniel. You're just yeah. In fact, I want someone who disappeared. Oh yeah, Bartleby. I want you to say something. That way your portrait goes back.
I'm here.
Oh well, who? Daniel's jacked into the whatever. Okay.
God damn
Maybe
it.
I can turn it to grid view. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Get out of my swamp!
Great.
I am Shrook! Get out of my swamp!
Shrook, do you have layers?
The Shrooks have layers.
Hand grenades have layers. All grins have layers.
Well, Shrook, if you want us gone, you know what we came for. So let's just give us what we need, and we'll be on our way. Although I do love this one.
We don't need your meat anymore. We are given good meat. Fresh meat from our new masters.
New masters.
Do you remember that you're not with us because of food, but because you know that you should fear us?
Alistar and Bartleby, please take an infamy test and tell me how many degrees you fail or succeed by. This will be on 1d100.
I failed it by 58, 22, about 3 degrees.
Okay.
Which one's the D100 again?
The
You
D10
basically
and
rolled
the
two
one with
D10s.
2 digits. Yeah.
2d10s.
Two D10s, you said?
Yeah, so one has to be on the tens column and one of them has to be on the ones column. You're generating a number between 1 and 100.
Right. So if you roll a 2 and then a 1, it would be 21.
All right. Oh, fuck. I got a 35.
What's your infamy?
That is my wisdom, right?
What's your infamy?
It's its own stat.
Oh. I'm not sure what my infamy is.
You should see infamy and corruption somewhere.
Where you're written, yeah.
Okay, you have 15 infamy and 15 corruption. Write that down right now. I've been adding infamy and taking it away from you. I don't know what you've been taking away from, but we're moving past this right now because the show must go on.
All right, 50. 50, 50.
Troop is eating tongue soup, and he says, "Would you like some?"
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'll take a bite of it.
Who will partake in the tongue soup? Okay.
Nope.
I do.
It is
We
a
all
hearty
do.
soup, and you both gain 1 constitution and 1 corruption.
Ooh. I'm actually at 24 constitution now. It's absurd.
That is insane.
But I don't complain. I don't complain.
You are honored guest. You will not be shot while you are here, but you have no business. I am Shrook. Get out of my swamp.
No, Shrook, you know why we came here, right? We had an agreement.
You not master now. Ravage master. He
Ravage.
give good meat.
Revich?
Lord
Where's
Ravage of Thrax Knights.
Ooh. Frank? What do you think we do here? Vanya?
Okay, so if I understand correctly, DM, and get me wrong, Shroot refused as changed master on the claim that he has better meat, right?
Good. Hearty meat.
Well, wait, we're trying his tongue stew. Does it taste good?
Good question.
High or low?
Hi.
I don't know where the tongue came from.
Can you guess the number?
16.
Close enough. It does taste good, but you can tell that it's kind of like fast food. It's kind of like fast food. You know how like you stop eating fast food for a long time, and then you have it, and you just gotta have it again, and then it just starts becoming like this pattern. It's kind of like that.
Oh, it's a drug.
It's like crack.
It's like crack cocaine. Okay. Well, we don't have much info, but you know what we will do? We will leave I know what we could do. We could leave an ultimatum and come back the next day more prepared to kick their ass.
And your heavy boltermen, they whisper under their breath and say, "Sir, just say the word. Just looking at and smelling these things makes me want to shoot them."
Yeah.
Alistar and Bartleby, I want you to take a Constitution check.
Yes, but my good sir, just wait. Now's not the time. We don't know anything about those people. We don't know anything about their strength. It's a blind fight. We don't do.
I don't know about that.
I know what happens when you shoot something with a heavy bolter. It doesn't take too much interpretation.
I think we should interrogate him and find out more about this his new master.
Yeah, exactly. We need info. If you guys are ready to wait, I can just commune with nature.
Or we could just have the heavy bolter guys wing him.
We can do that too, I guess.
Take his arm off.
Do you have like some way we could just like take his head, and you had like this whole thing, we just put his head on there and talk about it?
Queek's trophy rack. I still have that.
Yeah, we do have that.
Because I'm pretty sure that makes it impossible for him to lie. Doesn't it?
Yeah, and I don't have anything to that. I don't have zone of truth.
Obviously, he has no interest in holding to any of these bargains, so his word is worth nothing. So we might as well guarantee that anything he tells us is the truth.
Well, I have these. If you give me 1 minute.
Okay. What are the results of the Constitution checks?
I rolled 1, so 4.
1.
No, that's a 1.
That's a 1. 1
yeah.
and please. Oh, yeah.
1
Yeah,
is a
so
1.
I rolled a 1.
And then I rolled a 10, and my Constitution is 16.
That's
So
13.
Yeah.
Alistar Knight, you were awakened rudely as someone with a pair of pliers ripped out your tongue. You are now fully cognizant and bleeding out, and you can see that Bartleby is right next to you, knocked out as well. Well, sorry, you can hear the snoring of Bartleby right next to you. You two, your adventures did cross here and there in the interim, but you're unable to see what's around you. You can only hear him snoring.
So it's my turn then?
Sure.
Okay.
If you want it to be.
I'm going to try to wake him up with my severed tongue.
Okay, what does it sound like? He is stone cold.
Okay, I have an idea. I cast create bonfire right beside the sleeping man.
You are unaware of any. Take a perception test.
And that's a 26.
You do not see them, but you are aware that there are slaves somewhere here, as these are slavers. All right, going back to Vanya and friends.
Vanya, what tales will you create today?
I'm waiting for an opportunity to present itself. The universe will tell me where to create the chaos. I don't create chaos on demand, Keenan.
Hey, Vanya, I will create the opportunity for you. Wait for it.
You whisper too many secrets. No whispering in Ogren.
I use telepathy. Fuck you.
And he flips you off with a finger way bigger than you could ever flip him back off with.
I flick the heavy bolter guy and just say, wing him.
I think with ears that fucking big, he'd be able to hear us anyways, but.
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea.
Waiting for you to say it.
I cast control water as a cantrip, and I move it toward the Ogren face, Shrook, as I shock him with a bottle of water.
From the swamp?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. He's going to take a Constitution check. This is the closest approximation to a bath that the Ogren has probably ever received, and so it's not quite the fact that he's covered in terrible corrosive muck. It's the fact that all of his collective grease for over the years will be lost to him, and so he's actually like trying to wipe off the muck without wiping off the grease, and says, "You make me filthy."
Good.
You can beat us to that, friend.
Keenan, bather of Ogrins.
Hey, Curtis, I need your knowledge.
Yes.
This
Do
is
you know any swamp monster I could turn into because I'm a druid?
Oh, well, on a planet like this, I mean, your imagination is the limit on that.
I've cut
Sure.
him off before. I've allowed him to do things like scorpions because like there's a thing like a brass scorpion in the lore.
I just don't have any idea what planet you're even on.
Oh, this is Previous 3, my friend.
Oh, Gravius 3, yeah. There should be almost no animal life whatsoever.
There is no animal life,
Yeah.
except for carrion bird flies. That's really the only life that's been around.
Well, I know Eldar creatures then. Since Keenan has been raised by an Eldar in his background. I mean,
I think that's fair. Yeah.
The Eldar rely almost solely on their dead relatives to power and defend their entire empire. They don't have any beasts of any sort. Everything they are is recycling their their ancestors over and over again.
Curtis, I mean, the ancient elders did have beasts before that, right?
Perhaps, but the ancient Eldars are all dead.
Yes,
they were.
All I need is the knowledge of the animal. If I know that the animal exists, I can turn into it.
But how can you turn into something that you can know about something but not really like understand what it looks like? I mean,
oh my God!
You've seen all taxidermy.
Flash features.
I just can't associate the Eldar with any animals because they don't.
Okay.
The closest thing you could come to is like warp beasts for the Drukhari.
That'd be fair.
Yeah, they can tame warp beasts.
Yeah, but warp beasts aren't real beasts. I mean, it's complicated. I must use beast animal type.
They're not real beasts. I like that.
Okay, so what can he turn into?
Can I use the list of fauna then?
Okay.
It's creature they exist, like I'll find something that looks water. Could I turn into a crawler?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll wait, but bye. Wanna do something, Vanya? There's an angry Ogrian. There's Joe telling the bolters to take aim, and I just splash water.
You talk too much. I'm more hungry. Hey, bring soup! And Curtis is woken up violently as someone rips his tongue out of his mouth with a pair of flat pliers. Would you like to?
Ow!
Would that be something that we heard?
Take a perception test.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
On it, baby. 12.
24.
Natural 20, so that is, I don't know, it's a lot.
Roll.
What is it?
Roll.
27.
Roll a wisdom check, Jan Boral.
Natural 1.
Oh, ouch.
Natural 20 and then a natural 1.
You think
Your luck is balanced.
you think that, yeah, very balanced. I'm actually, my OCD is surging right now.
Yeah.
You think that you heard someone that you remembered, but it's just a half-baked idea. But you guys do hear that someone is that you can probably piece it together that they are harvesting tongues.
But I'm going to try to kind of hide a little bit, and I want to try and sneak around the camp, given that Shrook is a little distracted finding more soup, and see if I can like just poke around the camp and find the source of the yelling.
Would you like more soup?
Yes, please. I would love some more soup. Where do you get these tongues from?
Good meat from Thrax Knights. Better than anything you've given us.
Yeah, very good meat. I agree.
Roll high or low.
Low.
Can you guess the number?
6.
You are not addicted to the soup.
Damn it. Okay.
And Vanya ends up there's metal grating. You can kind of see it right here. There's metal grating all throughout the thing, and her supple form is more than capable. Well, actually, roll an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Acrobatic.
19. Man.
Her supple form is more than capable of actually just inverting itself, so she can walk on the bottom of the Kazwalks, basically. It's very disturbing to look at. Actually, she's not using she's not using her upper body strength. She's just never mind. She's using her upper body strength to do it. I'm not giving her any more
Some
powers.
weird contortionist shit, guys. It looks even stranger because Vanya's only like 5 foot. She's very small. That's what makes me so sneaky.
And what would you like to do with your sneakery?
I want to source out the yelling.
Oh, everyone here
also,
is.
If I see anything interesting, I'm going to pick it up.
Everyone here is aware that the yelling is coming from in this general area on the farthest area east of the platforms.
All right, I'm gonna head that way.
Okay, you get there and you come to this room right here that's in the center of the screen. It's just look, it's just the midway point between your destination and where you're going. You see that this, roll infamy for me, please.
Gladly.
Or sleight of hand.
Ooh, I'll go with infamy.
Ooh.
Wow.
My sleight of hand is good, but this seems like more fun. That's 11 out of 47.
Gain 1 infamy.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
You come to what room is this fucking in? Oh my god, what room is that? Oh yeah, okay. You actually took a detour for no reason other than you just like sneaking past the Ogrins. You walked past the Ogrins several times, but you walk past this guy right here. Or sorry, you're going beneath him, and he's just like, oh no, sorry. soup. Gah, 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 gah. And you're beneath him. You're on the floor beneath him, actually, and you find none other than a missile launcher that is located right here. A missile launcher and a missile.
Hmm.
While everything appears to be like shitty and rusty around it, they appear to be in pristine condition for some reason, almost as if the plot demanded it.
Oh, I love a good Deus Ex Machina.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad someone appreciates that term. It's the magical toaster that saves the day. The brave little toaster, if you will. Okay. Okay, how are you guys going to continue? How are you two, Jan Boral and Keenan Runes, how will you continue to distract Shrook?
Well, basically, I think that I will go toward the where the scream were.
Okay, and
I asked Ogwin if I can go and check about that. Like, hey, Gru, Shrook.
oh, would you like to come in?
Not if you intend to hit me.
We could serve you soup. We
I
would
don't
love to serve you.
You know, I'm a little bit full. You know, that soup is really good, though.
You're addicted.
Can you show me where this, like, can you show me how you guys make it?
Yes, we would love to show you how we
I'd
make
be
it.
very, very interested. Maybe I can make some when we get back.
You could make plenty.
You know, we have plenty of really good, high quality meat back at our home. You know, if you ever,
and high quality meat here.
well, I mean,
We
look, it's good. It's not great, but
have better meat. We
you
have
come
better.
visit us and you can, you know, we have pretty good meats, dude.
Would you like to make soup?
I would love to make some soup.
Yes, of course we would love to make soup. We have the perfect ingredient.
Alistar and Bartleby, take another Constitution check.
Hey Joe, I have an idea.
I was just about to DM you.
7.
I got 18 plus 16 Constitution.
18 plus 3? Yeah,
21.
18 plus 3.
21.
Okay. Bartleby is racked with a fever as he rolled a 7, but his fever, you're both awake now, and you are bound and gagged. Actually, no, you're not gagged anymore. You are bound together and blindfolded. And you are tied together. Go ahead and take a wisdom or intelligence check.
Come on, wisdom. 12.
15.
You can feel the ripples of wriggling on either side of you as if you're all kind of like tied together. And there's more prisoners over there.
Are we aware? If my tongue will move too, huh? Are we like aware of one another yet?
Yes. Yes.
Do I know who Alistair is?
Yes, you remember fighting with him long ago. Not as an inquisitorial agent that he is. He disguised himself as a frontline morale officer. He disguised himself as a commissar, if you would.
Okay, that's almost me. That's almost as bad.
Well, he's one of the nice commissars, like Colonel Commissar Ibram Gaunt, who just never seems to furnish his bolt pistol for some reason.
Okay, well, if I'm aware of him, my actions, Commissar, sir, are you awake? Where are we?
Take a perception test, Alistar.
All right. I rolled a 19.
You hear, And you can kind of make out that someone that Bartleby, which you know who he is, has come to senses right next to you.
Okay. So does what is this? This is crazy. I'm guessing that we don't know Morse code at all.
Take a wisdom check, Bartleby.
19.
There have been plenty of times on the front line of Gravius where even speaking a word would end your life immediately. There have been trader patrols that have walked past you, and you've allowed them to walk past you several times because your involvement in that fight would only end up in your death. And in those times, in those terse conditions, yes, you do know battle. No, I want to make it sound more masculine. I was going to call it battle tap, but that sounds like
That doesn't sound that bad.
Not worse.
yeah. You understand Morse code. Fuck it. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Did
Do
not
I
dash
understand Morse
it.
code?
What's that?
Do I understand Morse code?
No, no. What?
roll a wisdom.
Fuck it. I guess we're all gonna roll wisdom then. I wanna know Morse code.
I roll 15.
Morse code knowledge
Okay.
distribution.
You
I
are
rolled
now
7.
okay.
And I have linguist as my feet.
Okay. Well, Keenan Runes, you are now a Space Marine. There are few situations where you wouldn't just scream at. You're like, you will die, or you would just like, come with me. And so you have no reason to know it. Jan Vorel has no reason to know it.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm not a linguist. Anyway.
Wait, he's a space marine?
He is. He's actually been surgeried to become
He
one.
was a space.
Was he hypno educated?
He did not receive the indoctrination process.
Okay, then yeah, I wouldn't know it.
Okay. So no other Morse code. Just these two people are Morse coders. Okay.
Right.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna call it battle tap. I don't care. Battle tap.
Battle tap's fine. I didn't.
No,
It
fucking
wasn't that
battle
bad. You didn't like it. It's
Right.
okay.
Okay. I'm gonna battle tap to tell him just to stay put, and that just if we're walking around, it's just gonna put us at a disadvantage because we're blindfolded.
Well, that doesn't.
I'll tap back an affirmative.
Yeah, but Alistar, you have blind fight.
Yeah, but he does not have blind fighting, so it'd be more of a disadvantage if it's for the both of us. So that put both of us at risk. Because if you're not both cognizant to the point where you could both fight, then there's no point in fighting at all.
Can we figure out how, like, with what material we are bound with?
I would tell you to take a perception test, but you can simply just breathe it in, and you feel some sort of porous material in front of you, like almost like just a burlap rag that has been soaked in the sweat and filth of many others before you. It's actually almost even like greasy, I would say. It kind of slides every time you move your face a little bit to your own discomfort. Both of you take a constitution check.
Okay.
I rolled a 20. 23.
I rolled a 4 plus 16.
Alistar, you will receive D3 corruption. Roll a D6 for me, please.
All right. I got a 5.
You receive 3 corruption. Your lacerations have been infected by the filth that you're covered. It's almost as if someone took the bandages off someone else and used them to wrap you and bind you. Lord Bartleby, though, he is able to basically wriggle around and use the grease, and he's kind of like doing the worm. And now you have an eye, kind of like just one eye that is exposed. And before you see around you, Vanya, you have the ability to go up a floor and deal with this guy who there's another missile launcher right by him, and he's focused on the party. It's a bad shot, but if you can see the blue, he is actually looking. Here's where the party's actually like right over here. Here's the closest ogre to them, and so his gun's pointing towards them. And there's a missile launcher, another missile launcher behind him with a missile. And of course, you could always just refer to the overall map and just you don't have to be committed here.
I'll be right back.
Well, so he's completely focused elsewhere.
He's focused. It's just out of the camera angle, but basically, you're down here. You're a floor beneath him down here, and the party is like right here.
So I could sneak up behind him and just like, would you give me a coup de grace if I roll high enough? Because I want to like silently kill him. I don't want to let anyone know that we've started murdering people yet.
Roll a wisdom check.
Wisdom, all right.
Or intelligence. Well, I don't know, wisdom.
Oh, wisdom, yeah. That's a 19.
Okay, Ogrins, they are just brimming with vitality. I mean, these guys stand bigger than a space marine. It might be difficult for someone of your stature to bring him down without in one hit, but you do have the right idea though, if you want.
Well, I mean, I assume I'd probably come up to like his short ribs. So if I could just like get one of my knives, yeah. I mean, yeah. So like, yeah, if I could just like get my knife up between his ribs to try and get to his heart, would I know? I mean, that would be something. I'm an assassin rogue, so like that would be something I would know where it is.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So you want me to roll stealth and then an attack roll, or?
You have the stealth.
Yeah, I probably have the stealth. Okay, so I'll just roll an attack roll. That's a natural fucking 20. With my knife, I think it's like +7.
Dead.
Why don't you tally up all the damage for me? For a sneak attack. And a critical. So that's 6, 11, 15, 30. Can't believe I pulled this off.
Oh yeah, look at you all happy with yourself. What'd you get?
34 damage.
I'm sorry. What?
You absolutely did not kill the Ogren by any metric. However, you snuck up on him, and he was scared. He was like, "Whoa!" You appeared to him as a pit of pure blackness, and I don't want anyone getting any funny ideas about how easy Ogrens are to kill, because she rolled a natural 20. If you want, that's the yes mode, and she actually barely damaged him. However, she scared him to the point that he jumped off and plopped in. And
did the Ogren's heart get stabbed, though?
Yes, and she penetrated nearly a quarter of its heart.
I was gonna ask that right before you did that. How strong would the Ogren's heart be?
The heart is bigger. The art is bigger than her knife, and I know she has a variety of knives, and she probably even has a Katachan Bowie knife that she might have used. That would have actually gone halfway through the heart, but any other knife would have only gone through a quarter. And the Shrook is going to roll perception, and he says, We lose another one. So many go for the dive. They don't. I tell them not to go for the swim, and they go for it. Okay. And with that, you know what? Fuck it. He's actually distracted again. He's distracted again. I'm sorry, Jen, Boral, and Keenan, but our new players need a chance to, if they want to do anything. And so you can see you guys are located. You're aware now that you're located right here. And it isn't pictured on this picture. I should have had all the models on here, but it's actually put here as an afterthought. There is a human watching you guys with an autogun above you, kind of just trained on you.
How many other captives are we tied together with?
Take a perception test.
11.
You cannot crane your neck over, like the binding is too tight, but you do hear
I am no less than disheartened by these noises. I'm not comforted one bit by it.
Take a corruption and an infamy.
Shite.
For good role playing, you are sickened to your core. And who wants to do the next thing? I'm opening it up now.
Joe or me?
Yeah. You want to do it?
Well, I mean, I feel like just bashing to all our way through, but I don't know if we should go the subtle way.
You
mean,
you are aware that if the Ogrins survive this, you won't gain any infamy, but if they survive it and give you fealty, you will everyone here, including the newbies, will receive some sort of infamy payoff. If at least one Ogrin makes it through this and pledges their loyalty to you.
Oh, yeah, I like our plan then.
Yeah, I think, Vanya, are you aware of the plan? Good.
This is not fun for me. Okay, just do it. Just do it then.
Will Ogwin let us where the soup is made?
What?
Can I get a translation?
Will Shuk, the Ogwin, lead us where the soup is? That's what we asked.
You two soup. Other four not come. Other four too skinny. You two soup.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Good soup. We serve good soup. You serve soup.
We don't want soup. We want to see where the soup is
No,
made.
I want to make some soup.
You make much soup. Good tasting soup. You make soup. Come. But those ain't too skinny. They stay behind.
Oh, he's talking about the bolter guys.
That's insulting.
You make good soup, friend. Very hearty soup.
I remind you that we are honored guests and treating us like lambs.
You will serve. You will be served. Good guests.
Shrek, can you get me a bowl of soup first?
Yes.
That shit is delicious.
Oh. More soup. And go ahead and take a perception test. Bartleby.
Oh.
One, 8.
You at Bartleby and Alistar, you do end up hearing You do end up hearing the same, but one of the cries is just cut short, and they make a noise very similar to the noise you both made. Roll a Constitution check, Jan Boral.
Do I roll something or not?
Roll a Constitution check, Jan Boral.
22.
You are rewarded with an iron gut. Years of wandering the stars and imbibing a variety of alcoholic brews, most made for alien consumption, has made it to the point where now sometimes you just try to drink or eat. It's almost like a fetish of yours to see if you can handle it. And you let out a torrential fart, but but your constitution once again goes up
Goes up. By 1 or 2?
by 1.
Okay, I'll take it.
Well, I'm glad you'll take it. I'm glad.
Thank you, oh kind DM. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
Don't forget to bow extravagantly.
Yeah, I am a generous God. Okay, so I mean, am I even gonna try to do this? I guess I will. Okay, but okay, look. I know I tried to do the 3D battle before, and that worked out really, really wacky. Okay, but I just want to see if this 3D view will help Vanya understand where she is, because spatial awareness is so big, and it's mainly I'm just showing off my toys. So this is the top. I should have had Vanya's model out here. This is the top of the building, and this is that room with the missile launcher. There's the missile launcher. Yeah, it's not really focusing too well. But you clambered up a hatch, and you went to the top. And oh yeah, there's a ladder. That's the ladder that was sticking down there. Okay, don't worry about it. And this guy's gone now. He took the dive, and now there's another missile launcher. Gosh, get out, Shadow.
Missiles.
Yeah, you have 2 missiles and 2 missile launchers now between that one and that one. Yeah, okay, that's the whole thing. I just thought that maybe the spatial awareness would help out. Oh yeah, okay. Well, actually, we can do a little bit more. So here, here's where you guys. Here's where Vanya is up here, and then here's Bartleby and Alistar, and you almost saw the silhouettes of the prisoners in front of them. There's the jackass watching over them, and as we move a little further over, an Ogren. That's Shrook. Sorry, that's Shrook right there. Okay, and we're zooming out now. And the party's over there. I just can't get any closer because the USB cord's out. Okay, that's the whole exercise. I hope that helps. Okay, it was probably really shaky and wild. I'm sorry.
That was like so ADHD.
I feel like it needed a seizure warning.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Man.
I'm experimenting, okay? I'm experimenting, and that was a bad experiment. Not all experiments do well, okay?
I had a pretty decent idea of where everything was happening, I think.
Okay. Yeah, right now, where you are is I mean, this map's so much clearer. That's why I'm just resorting to these. That's pretty much where you are. You took that guy out. I like ADHD though. I do like that. That was a very ADHD thing. Okay, everyone roll initiative.
Everyone?
Real quick before we start battle, can I take my dog out, or she's gonna start screaming and you guys are gonna hear it? And
okay, let's have Vanya. How long is that gonna take? Is
like 10 minutes.
Okay, last time she said 5 minutes, and it took 5 minutes. So we're gonna take a 10-minute intermission.
Beer break.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause recording. I think. Man, I sure hope I was recording this whole time.
You were. I think you were.
You said it.
You said it, yeah.
Oh, pause recording. Great. We're recording. Okay. The party has decided that Jan Boral will receive D4 infamy for not showing up on time. And
Who should
now
make the roll though? Him or you?
I roll too low. He's gonna have to roll it. But okay. Okay. Does anyone here want to give him a modifier? Does anyone want to give him a modifier?
How does it work?
Well, it's gonna be plus this or minus that.
And what is it going to depend on? Like his state when he returns? The state of being?
I guess we're just gonna discuss his fate right here. You guys pretty much get to decide it.
What is his character currently doing? I forgot.
Him and Shrook are.
Oh yeah, they're still talking to the Ogrins. I forgot.
They've just gone back and forth with the tongue soup over and over again. I don't know why I took the vest off.
He has slurped down like a quarts of it. So many quarts.
How does it feel knowing one of your new partner?
Yeah, he's eaten our tongues. He's eaten our tongues. And now, thankfully, the guy next to me.
Okay, so no one wants to modify it further. Jan Boral will lose D4 infamy.
D4 is pretty bad. I'm like excited.
Okay, very well. Just because the person walking their dog came back, I don't know what household chore requires more than 10 minutes where you can actually leave, walk a dog, do whatever the dog wants to do because they've got a mind of their own and then come back. Where the show's going on.
Good.
Go ahead. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Remind me what that is again.
It will be D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
Okay, so I roll a 13 and my dexterity is 12.
Okay.
What's your dex?
For Alistar.
I got 16.
16 for Bartleby. You guys are actually both going to be at 15. You guys will go at the same time.
Okay.
Everyone else roll, please.
I got a 17.
Okay. Keenan runes.
21.
Very well. Wow, this is so nice. It's actually gone in descending or ascending order. And as further punishment, our good friend Jan Boral will go at initiative step 1. Rolling for the.
So.
Or rolling. I'm going to roll for the grins.
What is their dexterity?
It's actually at a minus. Okay, just for this test, it's at a -1.
Not very dexterous. Aren't they more dexterous than an orc, or right around the same?
Actually, no, they would be more dexterous than an orc. They're not going to get a negative modifier. They just don't get a positive one. I take it back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they're more dexterous than an orc.
Well, orcs have like 20 dex.
Orcs just can't concentrate. They get too into it.
Yeah, they really do. It's their saving grace, though. Okay, so we'll start off with Keenan runes. You see that Jan Boral is under some sort of stupor induced by the tongue stew, but your soul, but like the guy that he told to shoot the Ogrins, he's like his finger's just been twitching on the trigger this whole time. He's just like he's been pulling the trigger, but it's on the safety. He's like been practicing shooting them.
What about shooting? Okay.
He's dangerous. He's doing that. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell them to stand by, and I will rush toward where the sun was,
You will rush where?
where the sound, my bad, the sound was.
Okay, so you see, just because it's kind of hard to. I try to give you a first person perspective, and that was just a wacky time. So for going that, you definitely see that the shortest path is going to pretty much, I mean, essentially be like this. However, the shortest path does take you through multiple Ogrins.
Yeah, well, you know what I'll do? I'll turn
Ah, hold that thought. Jan Boro, would you like to roll a d4 for us, please?
into.
3.
The party in your stead decided your penalty for not showing up, and they decided that you would lose d4 infamy for not sticking to your pact.
That's fucked up.
But is it worse than getting here after somebody was able to walk their dog? I mean, we're probably talking both number 1 and number 2 with the dog. I don't know what you could. Oh, well, in that case, take d3 infamy loss. Okay. Sorry. Who did I just interrupt?
Him.
Okay.
Frank.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. You were interrupted yourself pretty much.
That's fine. Okay, well, it's Keenan Rune's turn at 21, and just because I see that good Jan Voral has taken the penalty to heart, he will now be elevated to 21 infamy with Keenan because I am a generous god. I don't want to see anyone suffer.
Wait, 21 infamy, what?
Sorry. 21 initiative. That was the whiskey tongue.
Okay.
21 Jan Voral, JB. Okay.
What initiative did the Ogrins manage? 8?
13?
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
So JV and Keenan Runes get to go at initiative step 21.
Are we in battle right now?
No, I'm just doing this to organize your movements.
So they haven't actually antagonized the Ogrins yet? They're still green, so to speak.
Take a charisma check, both Keenan Runes and Jan Voral.
9.
Did you say wisdom?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma? 10.
Okay. Shrook looks at you and he points at Keenan Runes and he says, "You waste time! You time waster!" And then he points at Jan Boral and says, "You waste time, but you eat soup. You are welcome. You are honored guest. You not honored guest." And he points at the Space Marine. "Eat soup. Eat soup or serve soup. 2 choices. We not serve. We not serve Jan Boral. Jan Boral eat soup. Jan Boral not serve soup."
I turn into a bonk-tailed grox.
Okay, the bonk-tailed grox, the most ubiquitous creature in all of the Imperium. Okay, the Ogren is going to attempt to take an intelligence test to see if he can even comprehend what happened before his very eyes.
Yeah.
And he looks at a fellow Suitmeister and says, "What that? What that? What that?" "What that?" "What that? What that? What that?" Okay,
Who's he asking?
He's pointing at Janvoro.
Hmm.
Sorry.
He's asking me?
What that?
Oh my god. I don't know. That might be some really good meat, right?
Oh, 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 oh.
Shrek, I think you should get him.
Come. Serve my soup.
I'll help. Yeah, I'll help you, buddy.
Leave the skinnies. Leave the skinnies behind.
Okay.
And the gas mask trooper says, But sir, I blessed these shells myself. I blessed every shell. Sir, you told me to shoot, but I didn't think you meant it, and now I should have.
Okay. I will bonk Shook with my tail.
The attack begins.
Okay, talk is cheap. I say it's free, but that entire discourse was your turn. You can decide whether you want to bonk when it comes back around. Bonk.
Can I do a move action? I can still do my move action, no?
I mean, look, I'm pretty much right now. You are being shepherded through the main gate and into the catwalk. So you're almost going past Shrew, essentially.
Yes, good. My plan, yes.
Oh, I'm so glad your plan's going according to plan. You guys haven't even seen the bottom side of this fucking map. So just all right, Vanya.
We'll wing it. It's okay.
My turn.
It's Vanya.
How far is it from me to the next guy? And is the next guy paying attention to the group and not me?
So this is 30 feet. So you have this. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. This guy's dead. You have about 40 feet. However, there's also so it's gonna be 40 feet, but there's also a 10-foot drop between you and the closest Ogren.
So what would that 10-foot drop do for my movement?
You would have to do something cool, like a superhero landing or something. Okay,
Right.
I'll tell you.
I ruin my knees. Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you this though. OSHA shows us that a drop over 6 feet can potentially be fatal. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's mainly for wusses. Like if you took the wussiest guy at the workplace and dropped them, they'd die or something, or something bad would happen. But that's the OSHA.
If you went head first 6 feet,
Oh, sure, yeah, Cowabunga, yeah, by all means.
you could die.
Hullabunga?
Cowabunga.
Would I be able to bonus action like dash to double my movement speed and like still be stealthy?
Yeah.
It would be an acrobatics and then a stealth check. It would be 2 separate tests.
Okay, I want to try to do that and sneak up behind the next guy in front of me.
But keep in mind though, this would probably be your entire turn. Like doing anything to him the next turn would that would be a whole other thing. So you have just enough turn to take those 2 checks.
The Ogrins will have their turn. That could change things.
Is there any cover between me and him that I would be able to get behind?
There is, and look, I don't like using this word because when I start using it, I just don't stop using it. But there is literally a sandbag line right there for some reason. It was from some bygone war, and unfortunately, it isn't filled with sand. You can inspect it if you want to, but I don't know.
Okay, so I will hide behind the sandbags filled with not sand. And yeah, then I just want to get as close to him while being stealthy and not being seen.
And acrobatics and then a stealth, or the other order. I guess here your only freedom is get to choose which order you want to do it in.
I'll do acrobatics and then stealth. Acrobatics is a 12, and my stealth is 26.
You sprain your ankle coming down, reducing your movement by 5. You take 5 damage.
Ow.
Is it gonna hamper me at all moving around later?
Say again.
Like aside from the movement impediment, is it gonna hamper me anywhere else?
Yeah, you kind of like you kind of say that sometimes when you move around. Like, I mean, this is Warhammer after all. A sprained ankle is probably it's almost a blessing that you could receive a sprained ankle on the battlefield in comparison to anything else.
That's fair. I would like to add that instead of like making weird pain noises, I'm just gonna be cursing in Undercommon. Very, very colorful Undercommon curses.
Okay.
Yeah, so hiding good. Okay. What's in the sandbags though?
I will allow you to inspect the sandbags for free.
I would absolutely like to inspect the sandbags for free.
Roll a perception test.
20, not natural.
You take, as you land, because you were just like, you take a good long whiff, and it is human waste. You can go ahead and take 2 corruption for just wallowing right up to it.
Right.
We now go to Alistar and Bartleby. Just to recap, Bartleby now has 1 eye open. You guys have battle tap, and there are 3 other prisoners next to you.
All right.
Okay. And I saw the dude that's watching us, right? Through the sack. Okay, so I'll battle tap to the commissar that there's just 1 goon above us that I can see. And really, I kind of wait for him to tell me the rest of the plan.
Wise move.
And as is usual of a person of my stature, person of my rank.
I'm going to ask if you see the gun or the goon pointing at any weapons at us.
Yeah.
If it looks like he's fixated mostly on us.
I don't know if he's still doing that.
If who is?
He asks if I know if the goon is still just aiming his weapon at us, even though these new.
Yeah, he's like unusually like on edge. Like he he's also is like going like this, and he's always aiming down his sights. But like he just seems to scan over each of the prisoners.
Okay.
Yeah, I tap back to him that it's definitely it's dangerous. He's watching us pretty closely.
All right. All right. I'm gonna tap back that I want to have it to where we're free, but to the point where it doesn't make it conspicuous or obvious.
Both of you take a sleight of hand check.
What is that?
It's a skill or dexterity, right?
It's dexterity based.
So it's D20 dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity
Basically,
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 12 and my dexterity is 12.
So that's 13.
I got 18. Modified 18.
High or low, Bartleby?
High.
Can you guess the number?
7.
On a D20.
Oh,
But I would.
I still stick with 7.
Okay, so it can't be 7 because you guessed
Okay.
high. But I'll tell you this:
I,
your answer is close, like very close, very very close.
okay, 10 then.
It was 17. You had a chance to get. You undid you undid your hands. And
Yeah,
now,
but I still keep them. I still keep them like in place as if they are tied, like the Inquisitor said. Or can I untie his hands at all with my now free hands?
okay, that's done.
All right, we are free now,
All right.
but we are pretending we are still captured at this moment.
Okay. Can I still go then?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna tap and ask if he sees any weapons like guns or anything that could be used against the goon.
I quickly look over the other prisoners and the corpses that could be in this area. Are there any weapons?
The weapons that you guys are armed with in the picture is not correct. There's no hand
I
grenade.
assumed.
But you do see that the other prisoners are still armed with a menagerie of weapons. This guy has a robo arm. This guy has some sort of funny pipe, and it's hard to see it right here, but there's like a Bowie knife on this guy right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I tap back. Yeah, I see several weapons, and are any of them close enough for me to grab?
Take a Constitution check.
20 modified.
You avoided the tetanus of grabbing a big rusty pipe, but now you're going to have a strength off with the fellow prisoners.
Uh, 16 modified.
He bonks you, doing 5 damage.
Oh, and yeah. How much damage did you do? Sorry.
5. That was an emotional outburst, wasn't it?
Yeah,
A
that
little
was.
bit.
The whiskey helps me speak.
Alcohol
help me think.
translator.
Okay, so I'm being attacked by the prisoners now. Do we have any more time to speak to one another in battle tap?
Talk is cheap.
I tap back to him. It's like, I see weapons, but the prisoners are stronger than I. And they are rabid.
You, Alistar can more or less piece that together just by hearing what happened, but he loves your loyalty all the same.
Well, it's loyalty and fear right now.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna tap back and say what we'll do is just wait it out and see what happens next, and we'll fight against whatever will come towards us, and then we'll probably use the goon against whoever is trying to hold us, because it looks like the goon's just going to stay there the whole time. So if he has his gun fixed at us, and as long as we have, are we able to notice the ogrins at all?
You can smell them.
You can smell them.
And we've seen them before, right? Do we know we're even held by them?
Both of you take a wisdom check.
Okay. I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled modified 20.
You, at both points, were running throughout the waste when a bolas came out and wrapped around your legs, and you saw the hulking forms of the ogrins right before they came to punch you with their big ogrin fists.
Okay.
You are aware that you are captured by the ogrins, and these ones particularly seem like flesh eaters.
Well, they've ripped out our tongues, so we know.
Yeah, you kind of know. Okay.
So if we know what the size of them, then we know. All right, I'm going to tap that to the guy next to me and tell him that since we know how big they are, we know that they'll become an obstacle if they come near us to where we can't get shot at, and we could probably uh, put our weight together against one of them.
You did the most eloquently versed battle tap in the history of mankind, but it went through.
Nice.
It took a long time though.
Yeah. Well, he dealt with a lot of abstract themes, and that kind of got you through that, but it's still a little bit up to interpretation.
Yeah, and he had to do it twice because I didn't catch it the first time.
Okay, and now this Ogren, which Vanya is sneaking behind, is going to take a perception test. He says, hungry. They give Coop no soup. They give Coop no soup. Is there soup around here? And he looks over the sandbags and says, soup, as he looks at Vanya. However, you could take a reaction or a half action as you did your stealth check. I'm kind of cheating you here, but he did roll pretty well with perception. I just realized you guys can see my eyes through the mask, and that's the best part about it. In fact, it would be better if it was just like this, huh? This is so much better.
It's so creepy.
It's more Orgrin-like.
Yeah, it is more ogre-like.
So, as a reaction, I want to take one of the bottles of the drug slurry / bilge broth out of my pocket, and I'm gonna look up at him and be like, I was just checking to see if you guys needed, like, how good your recipe was, because I have, like, my favorite soup ingredient right here. So I was just, seeing if you needed it.
Take a charisma.
Oh, it's an 18.
He's going to take an infamy test. Okay. Brown is 10s. He actually has a dehydrated kind of ramen-like material. It's not the tongue soup, but he says, soup no good, you make better? You no say anything, I just eat you. Okay, I just kill you.
Shit. Soup? For my family?
Okay, but he says, you must also share soup.
Oh, I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, no. You are honored guest. Soup for you.
Really, I'm a vegetarian.
You serve soup or you serve?
Just to be clear, what does serve soup mean?
We don't know.
I eat you.
Oh, there's not a lot of meat on these bones. I mean,
they no give.
It's all small and pointy.
They no give Scoop any soup. Skinny soup better than no soup, methinks.
Where's Shook? Why is it shoot?
I'm going to just throw the bottle of drug slurry at his face and attempt to just like crawl over the side to the other side of the walkway.
Roll an infamy check.
Oh boy. Oh god, it's 12.
Scoop no want share soup with other Ogren. Scoop find you. And we're going to go to initiative step 21 with Keenan Runes and Jan Vorel. Jan Vorel and Keenan Runes can be found right around here. Actually, Keenan Runes will now be called B for Bonk Grox, and Jan Vorel will be J. Sorry for the mundane, Jan Vorel. And you're right around here. And as you're passing the Ogrins, you see them lift their they have hideous weapons. They both of you take a perception test.
60.
21.
Okay, just Jan Vorel, I guess. That's fine. Jan
He answered.
Vorel,
What? He answered.
I think he's vaping or something. That's
I said
obviously a priority.
16. You didn't hear me? I said 16.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't have any room to talk because last game my mic sucked. You see that the Ogrins are armed with Ripper guns, and the Ripper gun is basically just like a semi-automatic blunderbuss that would break the bones of any person firing it besides the Ogren. They are short-range weapons, but very lethal. And
Sturdily constructed.
yeah, and they are constructed from scrap. It is not a very complex matter. They appear to be more lethal than bolters, however. Actually, they are more approximately a close-range heavy bolter. That's the best way to think about them. And as you walk through, they start waving you through, and
Do these scrap?
soup.
Never mind. Sorry.
And you end up getting to this Ogren right here, who has a big dirty syringe in his hand. And he says, bring soup meat.
Frank, do you want to go or do you want me to?
Well, what do you want to do? I'll bonk him, I guess. Over.
Obvious. That's the plan.
Okay, I'll bonk the Ogre with the weapon.
With the syringe?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Go
the
ahead
bonk
and
drugs, right?
He is a bonk-tailed grox. That's a specific species because it's known for his big bonking tail. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That will be 22.
Okay. Can you walk me through how you work up the damage? Because I'm still a little fuzzy on it.
Well, I just rolled 46.
That sounds about right.
And you must make a strength check of 11.
Okay, a strength check on an Ogren. All right. It seems like Lady Luck's on my side today. He failed. Whatever.
Okay, well, he's not proud. Can I try to push him away over the in the swamp? Or
Yeah. Is that what you wanted to do?
yes. Well, do I need to make another strength check? Or
He's gonna make a strength check to see if he grabs your tail. He's gonna make a strength save to see if he grabs your tail.
okay.
Truk is going to make a perception test. Nobody go diving. Do not dive. Water bad green water. Me shoot. You have idea of jumping in water. Me shoot you first. And now he comes towards you with the syringe.
Okay. Is it my turn now? Or
Sure.
okay. I heavy bolter him straight up in the chest.
Do you have a heavy bolter?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay,
What?
he took 16 damage, by the way.
What?
From
The Ogre.
where did you get the heavy bolter?
First off, I'm pretty sure I've had one for like ages, but I'm like.
No, you had a bolter. That's it.
No.
Where did you get it? Tell me where you got it, and I'll let you have it. If you can remember this.
I haven't played in like a month, but it's written on my character sheet.
It says heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter. I mean, I probably have one of every weapon by now.
I want you to choose 2 of them. Just two. Just two. 2 of them and a melee weapon. And everything else.
Okay.
Okay, and the pistol of that one guy. You
Common
get
pistol. Yeah.
You also get that as a freebie, just because it's special.
Okay.
Okay, which is probably your entire loadout. Fuck it. Okay, you want a heavy bolter him?
I'll make you happy. I'll use the las rifle.
No, you can use the heavy bolter. It just takes a setup. It's a half action to set up and a half action to fire.
Does the las rifle shoot twice, or is that something else?
The las rifle will shoot twice at a range of less than 50 meters or less. The heavy bolter will shoot once. However, if you hit, you get D3 hits. And an incredible amount of strength.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? No, I'm gonna use the harpoon gun that I have.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck I got that, but I do.
I remember giving that to you. Okay, so you have a harpoon gun and a heavy bolter?
Yep.
Okay, great.
I told you, I've got like one of everything, so.
That's hideous.
I don't know how to use the harpoon gun, though.
Roll to hit. You and the Ogre is a big target. What is the modifier to hit on the big targets? +1?
I don't know, but I got a natural 20 to hit, so.
Okay. You hit Shrook square in the center of the skull. Go ahead and roll damage on 3d6, please.
Okay, and then should I double it because I got a natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, 23 total.
Okay. Shrook stands there, and as you've seen many tropes in many movies, you know, the bad guy takes like a couple steps forward before he realizes he's dead. But Shrook just takes 7 steps forward and says, "Why you do that? Not nice. Not nice." And you now have a line that connects between your hands and the top of Shrook's head. This guy got bonked to doom though, so he's dead.
He just sank into the swamp.
Okay.
And we're going to be going to Vanya. Yeah, the Ogre chasing you is trying to like somehow lean over the catwalk to see beneath you, and you can kind of see the gun just like dangling around like this. It tries to point you. It's like, come out, wherever you are.
Is the grating of the catwalk large enough for me to fit like my hand and wrist and a knife through?
Okay, sure. Yeah, it is.
I want to try to hamstring him.
Okay. Is there's a medical skill in this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, medicine.
Can you roll medicine for me, please?
12.
Vanya specializes more in having like the surprise. The surprise is usually enough to kill people. Like cats are not set up to kill. Like okay, sorry. They are set up to kill, but it's just like one pounce, and then they do the kicky and kill it. If you ever see 2 cats fight, it's ridiculous because they're not designed to take on prey.
Predator versus an endurance predator.
Yeah, exactly. And like cats have to like focus in their eyes for like a good like 20 to or even like 15 seconds before they pounce. And that's where your kill ability comes from. It doesn't necessarily come from hitting strike vital organs. You just stab in the boot and go ahead and damage him.
No, it's not casual. It's casual specialty.
It is.
Damage.
8?
Yeah, but like I just want to like try to make it harder for him to walk and or maybe eventually topple him.
Okay. So okay, the knife. I don't have a fucking sword. I have every other thing except a sword. The knife has like a hilt, like here's the knife. The knife has a hilt on, you know, in it, and basically you just stick the knife through the foot, and now his foot's kind of like stuck there because the hilt is catching the grating.
Excellent. I'm just gonna fucking leave my knife in his foot and ready another one.
Okay. Would you like to reposition anywhere?
So I just want to move to like the other side of which, like, if I just stabbed his left foot, I want to move from his left like to his right.
Okay.
Quietly.
Let's take a stealth check.
29.
Okay, you they are your monkey bars, and you are quite an excited little monkey. That will take your movement and your turn. Alistar and Bartleby.
Now, real quickly, you said I focus like a cat, so does that mean I have like cat eyes, slit pupils?
Yeah, they're just as free. No, you have goat eyes. You are a follower of Slanesh, unfortunately. You don't
Goat
goats
eyes.
can't see in the dark. Cats can. I have dark vision. Damn it.
Goats to go. Can. Okay, fine. You can have cat eyes. I just the goat eyes are. I don't know. The goat eyes really do suit Slanesh, but I guess the cat eyes do too.
They're fucking cool though. I can have one goat eye and one. No, wait. Goat.
Great. Yes. No. That. Yes.
One goat eye, one cat eye.
One
that.
goat eye.
Yes,
Making eye contact with me for too long is really disconcerting.
Oh yeah. No. And that would actually.
Just look at my.
This sounds like Ben Counter's writing right now when he talks about chaos. That this is good shit. Now it's gonna be Alistar and Bartleby.
So
You will each take 12 damage. Is now the pipe wielder has realized where you are. Now he's just swinging around.
our options have run out. We take 12 damage. Oh my
Each.
god.
All right.
All right. Well, I rise to my feet. No, I don't rise to my feet. I know. I try to fucking at least get my feet up so I can prevent myself from getting smacked again. And then try to like rally the Inquisitor to help me do something. We got to fight these guys or something, but I'm afraid of getting shot.
So you're aware that it basically looks like this. There's Bartleby, there's Alistar, and then there's the 3 other prisoners, and you're all kind of bound together. And it's this guy right here that's causing all the. Sorry, it's this guy right here in the middle that's causing all the trouble. So you are kind of bound together by like the rags that go across your face are all in one chain. The rags that bind your hand are on one chain, and then the rags that bind your feet are all in one chain.
But we've removed our hand binds, right?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap and inform him to find something to kick over towards the prisoners to check if the guy that's watching over us is nervous to the point where he would shoot whatever moves. Let's see how mousy he is, and see at the same time if he'd shoot at the prisoners if you heard noise coming from them. So try to kick if you try to find something that you kick over to their direction and see if he'd shoot towards that direction.
All
One
right.
of you finds a tongueless. It's not really a skull. It's not really a head. It's somewhere between the two, and it bounces. It actually makes a couple lumpy thuds, and the guy just unloads all over everywhere. Both of you take an infamy test.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
16, and I have 23 infamy.
The gunman ends up spraying, killing not only the skull head but the troublemaker between you two.
Nice. That's one less thing to worry about.
I tap back. Good thinking, Inquisitor or Commissar. With that done, I mean, does this man, is he still shooting, or like how, when he's done, when this guy's done shooting, is he like, okay, he's fumbling around with his gun. Now's our chance. I fucking, I try to grab the pipe out of the dead guy now, whatever he was using to bash us with.
Yes, it is indeed a pipe. Every time you attack with it, though, you suffer. You have a chance of hurting yourself and suffering corruption.
Shit. Well, I grab it anyway, and I fucking bum rush the guy that's fucking I bum rush the guy that's covering us, that's fumbling with his gun, and I very much stifle my want to scream some kind of pro-imperial cry when I do it. It
Both
takes
of
me
you-
like effort.
Both of you take a strength check.
Okay. I rolled a 16 and my strength is 18.
I got modified 20.
Both of you roll a d3.
1.
2.
So you were essentially trying to do the three-legged race. You had enough strength to push past the reluctance of the other prisoners. I was trying to see if you guys would sequence up with the D3. However, you don't end up moving your legs at the right time, and so
Shit,
you basically make it right.
about that.
You basically make it right beneath the gunman.
Okay, but that I basically dragged the Inquisitor there, so he can still do something, right?
Sure.
He has-
Yeah.
he has
Okay.
a
Okay.
knife,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, I have 2 questions. First question is, would everybody else in the playing field be able to hear the gunshots?
Can we roll a perception?
Yes, you can roll perception to see if your immediate situation would override being aware of the gunshots.
Our assailant has an auto gun, right? Yeah.
22.
Okay. Vanya, Jandora, would you like to roll perception? You don't have to. It's always optional. Every roll is optional.
But roll what?
Perception?
Yes, always.
Okay.
Not get anything worth mentioning.
Okay.
20, not natural.
Okay. You hear,
Okay.
and it's clearly not like, you know, if you play the video games, you think that that's the sound of someone killing someone, but typically the sound of someone killing someone is. So it's not something disciplined at all.
Yeah, because it's suppressed fire.
And would they be able to tell, because the Ogrins have such large weapons, That the weapon they hear is just an auto gun.
The weapon you hear is small arms, which could not be replicated by the heavy drum magazines of the Ogren guns.
And then my second question is, are we out of sight of the gunman?
High or no? He's higher. Okay, I will allow you to have him take a perception test, or would you like high or low?
I'll go high.
Okay, all right.
And I'll go 15.
He definitely sees you shambling towards him. His entire job was guarding you, and being at that point, let's see if he reloads his weapon. He needs to take a repair check. I need to. What? How did I write this down? Let me. Oh gosh, that wasn't. You don't see that.
It's a DC of.
Oh god. Okay.
It's a little check.
Where's the stoop? I thought I had the gun. Oh yeah, there we go. Critical failure. Okay, he needs a DC 14 intelligence test, and that's gonna be his full action to see if he were. So he's gonna take this action to see if he unfucks his weapon. He does not unfuck his weapon. He's pointing the weapon at you and pulling the trigger over and over again, and as if it were killing you.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab the pipe and point it at him as if it's a barrel of a weapon, and then I'm going to use my intimidation and say I'll blow your fucking brains out unless you surrender to me.
Roll intimidation.
All right, and that's the 20. I rolled a 15.
What's your charisma?
My charisma is 20.
Yeah, but don't you have proficiency with intimidation?
Yeah. Also, I have. Yeah, I do.
You have a +7.
Oh, +7.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that'd be 27 plus 15.
22.
He lifts his mask up for a second, and he spits a couple teeth at you, and he says, "Too much soup! Too much soup!"
He's a soup addict.
Who's coming around these days now?
All right.
Get the gun! Get the gun!
I would say that's the best response, especially since I don't have my tongue. So.
Get the gun!
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that.
Get the gun!
I'm like, ah, but I hope that my just shouting.
It did. His mind is soup addled.
Okay. So does that mean that he's still looking at us as an enemy, or is he backing off for now?
He's dealing with his own existential problem of imbibing too much soup and having too few teeth.
All right. So, am I able to try to move, or is that the end?
Make a strength check.
All right, strength check. I rolled a 14, and my strength's 18.
You can drag the people with you, and Bartleby. However, you do have a corpse that's kind of just propelled. You guys more or less made a macabre puppet, macabre puppet of the guy in the middle. Macabre puppet of the guy in the center. So as you move your hands and not your hands, but as you move your head and your legs, you're kind of also moving the corpse around as well.
Oh, nice.
The image is clear and stock in my head now of
Okay.
what we're dealing with.
All right.
And we'll be going to Jan Borel and Keenan. Keenan delivered a fantastic bonk, spilling an ogren over the causeway. What are you gonna do next? Oh yeah, and Jan Borel has Shrook harpooned through Shrook's head.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh no, I don't have a question. I will bonk Shrook on the harpoon. Paul, I will bonk the harpoon.
Jan Boral, high or low?
Hi.
Can you guess the number?
17.
You let go of the harpoon as your friend bonks it, as it's never too fun to be thrown to your doom. However, Shrook will be taking a Constitution check, and he got past it, so he's not going to be thrown away. And go ahead and do the bonk damage. Daniel, do you want to say something?
No, I've used bonk the damage. Wait, just. And that will be 13.
Okay.
Plus 17, my bad.
Okay, 17 plus the other damage done to him. So he's sitting at about negative 30. However, you did hit the harpoon in, so I'll give you a bonus 3 damage. I'm sorry how paltry that was, but I always roll low. So he's at negative 33 damage. And he says, dang it, I skipped the Ogren turns. I'm gonna go back to them. Dang it. They're gonna get a turn. Sorry. He says, "You make Shrook very angry." And he's going to fire his
Ripper gun.
His Ripper gun. I lied to you earlier when I said it performs similar to a heavy bolter. The Ripper gun is designed specifically so it doesn't miss. Ogrins, even the most devout ones in the Imperium. See, there are actually Ogrins that receive cranial surgery to become boneheads, and they become about as smart as a 5-year-old. But even those ones can't be trained how to fire a weapon. So this weapon will more or less act as a grenade. A frag grenade that fires D3 shots.
They have burst limiters too.
Yeah,
To prevent the Ogren from firing off the whole clip.
Yeah, otherwise they would love to. So at the Shrook is going to fire. Shrook is going to fire from here to here, and I muted you, Daniel. I feel like you had something to say. I muted you just because I thought you had nothing to say, but you can unmute yourself if you want to say it. He only hit with 1 burst out of the 3, and they will end up doing 8 plus 5, 13 damage to both Jan Boral and Keenan. And now his Drugi is also going to add his weight of fire into it.
How much?
13.
Okay.
And the other one will end up doing. He didn't roll so well, actually. I roll so pathetically. I'm almost disappointed in myself. 6 plus. The other one will do 10 damage to each of you.
Yeah.
And Vanya's Ogren is now just going to start firing. He has to sit still, but he's going to start firing beneath him. Vanya, would you like to roll an infamy check for me, please?
Absolutely. 5.
Okay. He sees you monkeying around beneath him, and he is more than eager to fire directly beneath him. However, he ends up shooting himself in both feet. So he will take 15 damage. And now he's more or less a stationary target at this point. He's kind of on his knees. He says, "No fair! Need soup! Very hungry!" And now we'll be going to we'll be going back to Keenan and Jan Voral's turn. If there's anything else you guys want to do, I think somebody attacked. Yeah.
I didn't get to do anything.
The bonk happened, and now Jan Voral gets to go.
Yeah, I want to shoot the guy. Obviously, the guy that just hit me. I want to shoot him.
2 guys hit you. There's Shrook, which is right here. He's suffering 33 damage, and then this guy up here is still at virgin health.
Okay. How does Shrook look? Does he look like he's pretty fucked up right now?
You shot him in the head.
Got a harpoon through his forehead.
Yeah, but he's obviously still fucking attacking me.
You look at him, and like there is a crater basically the size of my fist at the top of his head, but luckily Ogrins don't need to think very much.
Okay. Looking at him, do I think he's pretty close to death?
You see the terrible ravage epitome of his face, but you also see bulging biceps just ripping towards you, ready to rip you limb from limb.
Fuck. So, okay, Paul. But I want to knock him out. I don't want him to be like super fucking dead though. I want him to be dead, but not that dead.
You still have the harpoon. The harpoon lanyard is still at your feet, and the harpoon's actually now sticking out the other side of his head, kind of dangling out the other side.
Okay, if I chose to pull on the harpoon, would that be like a half action?
It'd be. It could be a quarter action if you could somehow convince me on another quarter action. If this is too complex, that's okay. It can be half action or quarter action.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I wanna pull the harpoon. Then, ideally, he'll like fall, and then I can shoot him again. Like,
take a strength check.
Sure. That's a 19.
What did you want to do to him?
I want to pull the harpoon.
Yank the harpoon out of his head. Won't that make it worse?
No. I don't want to pull it out of his head. I want to pull the harpoon so he like falls flat on his face or belly or whatever, and then I want to shoot him in the back, ideally. If he doesn't,
okay, you do that. You do that.
Okay. So, am I able to use the heavy bolter to do that?
You are. You would not have been if you had to set it up, but you set it up last turn. So you can shoot it if you want, but this isn't exactly the route of trying to subdue. Okay, actually, no, never mind. You are on the right track. This is an ogre. I just
want his head to be intact.
No, this is an ogre, all right? Look, like if you want to think about an ogre, you can get in a car and drive by a pasture and just shoot a bunch of cows with an AK-47 on the side, and they have so many redundant organs that it's only going to be until later that they really start like,
Okay. Yeah. So I will shoot him with the bolter.
Okay.
It's only a 17 to hit.
Okay, but it's +5 with the heavy bolter.
Okay, then I'm assuming a 23 will hit.
Sure. Go ahead and assume.
I'm sorry. What's the damage on that?
It's going to be 2d20. Choose the highest.
20 total. Not a natural 20. I get a +2 bonus.
Roll d3.
4. Oh no, I'm sorry. D3. Let me do that again. 3.
Okay. You just fire you fire a stitch of gunshots into Shrook's back. And for the first time, you hear him cry out audibly in pain. Even getting bonked in the head with a harpoon in his head did not usher that. You end up doing minus 60 damage to him.
Jesus Christ.
So now he's at minus 93. And he is starting to look like a sorry sight.
Wait. He's got minus 93 hit points.
Yes.
So he's unconscious.
No.
He's at 93 less than maximum HP.
Yes.
That's different than negative 90. Okay, fine.
Oh, sorry. I see what you're saying. Sorry about that.
He's had 93 damage done to him.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay.
Miss Vanya?
Right.
This
So
guy- 56 damage taken to him.
So he's still on down on his hands and knees trying to shoot at me, right? Does he still have that?
Okay, he has knees. I thought you said feet for something. He doesn't have feet, but he's got knees.
Yeah. What if he doesn't have feet? What did I stab him through?
Yeah, how?
Oh, no, he did have
where
feet.
do his stumps begin and end?
Look, he did have feet. You stabbed him in the feet, but he just shot downward and blasted everything beneath him apart. And so now he just has knees. And then did I not make that clear? Sorry.
Yeah, no, not quite.
So he's
Okay,
blown off like his
in
legs
that
pretty
case,
much.
I'm going to climb back up, and I'm just gonna take his gun away, like I would take it from a small child.
Roll a strength check.
Can it be an advantage because he's fucking prone and footless?
He's an
Okay, that's
ogre.
fine. But he's still an ogre. Remember that.
Strength check, that is 19. Alice, shut the fuck up. I love my dog. I love my dog.
Oh,
He's
23.
I want to strangle her sometimes. Pardon?
No, I feel the
You
same.
got a 23. And so
Damn.
now you're just kind of in this tug of war. You're in that state in the end of the movie where the main bad guy and the hero.
So I'm gonna wait for him to really try to tug it away from me, and then I'm just gonna let go and let him bash himself in the face.
And it was more of the surprise factor than anything else. It was more of the surprise factor than anything else that ended up making him bonk. And he's going to hit himself at his strength. Which he will receive look, don't tell me the game's balanced or unbalanced. It's not balanced at all, okay?
I would never presume to tell you anything.
Yeah, he's going to suffer a flat 20 damage just for bonking himself in the head so hard.
All right. Is he stunned maybe a little bit? Surprised still for a second?
If any creature in the Warhammer universe was capable of having little yellow canaries people around his head, it's happening right now.
Did he drop the gun, or does he still have hold of it?
He still has it. You can see that he probably hasn't let go of this gun in many years. It's kind of his thing to just hold the gun. That's his main thing. It's gotten him very far in life holding that gun.
So basically what I want to do is I want to stomp on his fingers and get him to try to drop the gun so that I can tie him up.
This will be your last half action. Go ahead. What is your hit points unmodified?
My max HP or
Yeah, your max HP. That was a less stupid way of saying that.
28. Squish test.
Roll a 20 for me.
19. Get a lot of 19s tonight.
Your form is too meager to really do this. You could, unless you really had cleats on or something. You're too dainty.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna keep angrily stomping at his fingers, like a child throwing a tantrum. And anyone who is listening can hear very loud cursing in Undercommon. and the few dwarven curse words that I've learned very loudly.
Okay, Mr. Bartleby and Alistar.
Yep. It's our turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
You now possess the weapon,
All right.
sir.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be cautious and try to use my perception to see if there's anything that's around that might attack us. Um, uh, you mentioned earlier. Did you say that the guys that were tied up along with us, they're now part of our party?
They're tied up along with you, but it might be difficult to coordinate with two
Okay.
beings that say.
Okay. And then in the corpse that we're carrying, what kind of corpse is it?
You inspect the corpse and you find that your fellow prisoners have been infected by the walking pox. So even though you ended up, and you know what, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That it doesn't line up like I told you. This is the guy that you killed. This is the guy that you killed. But even though you killed him, he's still kind of like walking around with you now, and he's kind of got this kind of like, you know, that stupid frog from Looney Tunes, like, hello, my honey. Like he's kind of like walking around now, like that.
Oh, so it's like Weekend at Bernie's.
Sure, yeah, Weekend at Bernie's, except Bernie has a little bit to offer to the whole thing, besides being a nerd.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to walk into uh walk into the field and try
The
to
field?
yeah, the field of like what is it? I'm going to be walking into I'm going to try to walk towards anything or to any sounds that I might hear like gunshots or any type of noises I can hear. Like I'm guessing that these things could sneeze or fart or whatever. Like I'm gonna be checking to see if I hear any noises nearby.
Okay, well, there's a bonk battle going on like right around here, and
Okay.
there's a very intense game of hide and go seek happening right around here.
This
All right.
guy's still trying to fix his weapon and shoot us, right?
Oh yeah, well, I forgot about that. Oh, and I also forgot about something else. Jared Vorl, roll infamy, please, or charisma. Infamy or charisma, please.
Into me. I rolled a 41. My infamy is 51.
Okay. There is a menagerie of bolter fire ripping out from this location. And they are actually, this check wasn't to see if they join in. This check was to see if they pulped Shrook or not. They actually end up throwing their fire into this Ogren right here. And we'll see how badly they hurt it. I'm actually kind of interested to see how much damage 4 heavy bolters can do in one go. First, they're going to roll to hit.
Are they shooting at us or at Shrek?
They're not shooting at Shrook. You rolled an infamy test to see if they were going to shoot at Shrook or not. I get the feeling you didn't want him turned into orange juice pulp or soup, but they're shooting at Shrook's guy, his other buddy right there.
Okay.
And they're going to get... Well, they absolutely fire so many shots. It's like a miniature World War II battle, but that's really all that happens. Sorry, and we're gonna go. Who did I hijack? Oh yeah, you guys are trying to see if the gunman had the weapon ready, and You see him. And he's going to shoot down. I would like Bartleby and Alistar to take an infamy test, please.
Bartleby, he's on his way.
Sorry.
I rolled a
I didn't mean to
16.
do that.
Roll an infamy test, Bartleby and Alistar on D100.
Oh yeah, that's right. The 100.
Oh God, I rolled 97, and I have infamy 22.
I rolled 19, and my infamy is 50.
What is your AC, Bartleby?
18.
You are hit with one lasgun shot. One auto gun shot. The difference really only matters the sound they make. And you receive 9 damage as he shoots down on you.
I'm fucking wounded. 9 damage, you said?
Yes.
Oh my God. I have only 6 health remaining.
All right. Could I throw the pipe at the gunman?
That would be an attack at disadvantage.
Or you could heal Bartleby.
All right. Could I? All right. Can I hand it to Bartleby and then have him toss it then?
Yes, and I am accepting suggestions only because I've split the party apart, and that is a cardinal sin for a DM to do. So I will allow inter-party communication at this point because
Okay.
it really makes the game weird.
Yeah, well, Alistair, don't forget that you have lay on hands and that you can use your channel divinity to heal.
All right.
Heal me, Commissar.
All right. I'll just toss. I'll just hand it to him and then have him toss it at the gunman then.
Okay, take a attack using your strength at disadvantage, Bartleby. That means you will roll 2d20, add your strength, and choose the lowest result.
So I add the 2d20 together. I picking.
No, okay? So you roll 2d20, add them to your strength, and then tell me the lowest result.
Okay. 2.
You his shield weighed him down. His helmet blocked his vision. But then, and he just chucks it, and it just lands in the muck.
I'm sorry, Commissar. I'm too nervous right now.
It's okay. We have one less gun in the fight.
I'm full of fucking bullet holes, and that guy hit me so many times.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to inspect for weapons that are available around us.
Okay. The closest the closest weapons to you, according to an earlier perception check by one of you, is this guy's bionic arm. Sorry. This guy's bionic arm, and then this guy's Bowie knife. It's right here. You can't really see it in the picture though.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is take the Bowie knife and try to cut off the bionic arm to see if it could shoot.
Take a Constitution check.
All right. I rolled an 18 and my Constitution 16.
You are wearing gloves, so grabbing the knife doesn't mess you up too bad. Roll a strength check.
All right. I rolled a 3 and my strength is 18.
You grab the knife, but now you're in a funny little tug of war. I hate to be I hate to get stuck in the minutia and repetition, but I did it for the first time this campaign. You are now playing tug of war with the fellow prisoner for the knife.
Okay.
I have a machete. I don't want to get it though.
And we will now be going to the grins. The knife guy is going to try to just like pull the knife away and then bat you with the flat of it. That was the wrong die.
All right.
And instead, you in the confusion somehow your headband came off and you look into his eyes and you see and it kind of startles you a little bit. Go ahead and take a corruption for that. And the grins, just for the sake of following the plot point, I think Jan Voral's intention was very clear with not killing Shrook. Shrook is pretty much down to 1/4 of his health, and we're gonna see a Constitution check. If he just preemptively passes out, he's too important to die like an idiot. And he does pass out. So Shrook is now down, but the other grin still has a chance to blast at Jan Voral and the Bonk Tail.
Bonk.
He's going to fire. 2 shots this time. Wow, I really cheated myself. What? Wow, things are looking up for me. The Bonk Tail and Jan Voral will suffer. Let's see. 10, 13, 10. 31 damage as he just unloads at both of you.
Oh yeah. I'm still in my bunk tail form.
I am unconscious for the first time in this campaign.
Oh my god. Ogwyn, whip a gun.
And now we go to Jan Voral and Keenan.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. Vanya's
Right,
Vanya's grin, and I'm forgetting things now. Vanya's grin hit himself on the head, and what is an insight check? What do I roll for that?
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh
Wisdom.
god. Okay.
What is Ogren wisdom?
I hope that's a secret, my friend.
I bet it's negative.
I know your
Would
secret.
Ogren wisdom be higher than Ogren intelligence?
It depends because does Orgrians have good perception?
No, they don't have good anything besides their body.
Well, that's it. Then they have they probably have lower whiz actually.
Okay, Ogrins don't normally have wisdom. However, when I was like 16, I think I met a 17-year-old cat, and that was just like wild because in a way, that cat had seen more of the world than I had. And so this Ogren is actually skinnier than the rest of his friends. He's gaunt, and he's been on the losing side of a couple battles. You can see scars ripping across his entire body. And he looks around and he sees Shrook basically down, and he sees the other guy. Vanya, tell me high or low. Sorry. I'm sorry I'm giving you so many higher lows, but it's kind of pertinent.
This is my first. Oh.
He throws down his weapon, and he says, "Just want soup, no fight. Promise, no fight, just soup. Not get either, get fight and no soup." Oh, sorry. Wow. See, look, you can tell how whiskey drunk I get when I start forgetting things. Was promise, no fight, get soup and get both of neither. And he hands you the gun almost like Mary Poppins umbrella broom thing.
I do my best to avoid stomping on his fingers the second he starts talking. Because I was definitely just like mash. I will take the gun and I'll point it at him, and I'm just gonna like press the barrel to his forehead and go, boop.
No, 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 no. Okay,
I'm not
and
I don't have my hand on the trigger or anything. I'm not even holding it like you would a gun. I'm literally just like, boop. Like
you booped him. You booped the snoot. You booped.
I booped his snoot.
You booped the snoot. And it'll be, I would say Keenan and Jan Boral's turn, but now it's just Keenan's turn.
Well, I turn back into my human form,
Okay.
and I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on John Borrell.
Okay.
And wait, give me a second. Try to find that second now. Healing Word. So it's 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. So John Borrell, you roll 1d4 plus 6 of hit point.
I roll it.
Yeah,
1d4 plus what?
6.
Okay, I got a 4, so 10. I'm alive.
I'm alive.
So you can test yourself like cure light wounds or something.
Yeah, I can heal when I'm conscious. So yeah, I'm good.
And I will just look for. Should I try? Give me a second. I'm just looking for a spell. And I will cast Conjure Elemental. Oh no! Wait, forget about that. I'll use my turn.
Thank you.
So
I
do
use-
I get a turn now or no?
Yeah, I'll use my ready action.
So you're going to yeah, you're gonna turn your turn as your reaction.
Ready action. Yeah, I'll throw a spell.
Okay, so Vanya, Vanya, I'm things went so magnanimously for you that I'm just going through your turn. You kind of just got your way, and that's how I'm going to settle that.
Wait, do I get a turn or no?
You were unconscious. Now you're not unconscious.
But he healed me, so I'm conscious.
Tell me which quarter of the D20.
10 through 15.
You are up and ready with 2 actions prepared.
Holy
for you,
shit! I will take it.
Sorry. Tell me with the number. Tell me the number. Sorry, I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. Fine. Way to get my dick hard and I just slap it in the dirt, dude.
Well, look, you don't have a huge range here. You have a 1 in 5 chance, 10 through 15.
Yeah. 11.
Okay, you have your full action. You have the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question.
Look, I just wanted to heal myself, so.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have a question. Quick. How?
That's a fucking idea.
Yes, that's it. How many feet are we up on the bridge, like from the swamp?
I think I had said earlier about 10 feet. I think I said 10 feet from the swamp.
Okay, I haven't understood that, so I will use my spell now. It's control water, and I will cause a flood.
Where? How? How much?
Control the water. It is brilliant.
I will annotate where it's on 100 cube on a line, so of 100 feet. Okay, so I will do it like this. The red line on.
So you want basically, am I understanding, to like make a tidal wave that goes through here?
Yeah, well, it's a flood, really.
Okay, Jan Voral and Keenan Runes, take a Constitution check.
No.
Or a strength check.
Before we do that, I'm just gonna let you know I'm healing myself. I'm casting Cure Wounds on myself at second.
Yes, I already assumed you finished doing
Okay.
that. Take a strength or a Constitution check, please.
I will take a Constitution check.
I'm doing strength.
14.
17. Frank, what is Cure Wounds?
You roll 1d8 plus your level, I think, or wisdom modifier. I think it's wisdom modifier. Let me check.
4 plus.
Oh yeah, your spell modifier or whatever, which should be I think wisdom plus proficiency.
I'm checking that.
Okay, while you're checking that,
It's a spell. Yeah, it's just a wisdom.
as you both get cascaded by just the absolute worst, you will both take. Okay, wow. You know what? I roll low every time. Every time I try to do something to you, it just doesn't work out. You're both gonna take 2 corruption. However, I need Jan Voral to take yet another infamy test or do a high or low.
No, I'd rather do infamy. You said +2 corruption.
I said +2 corruption, and I didn't want to.
Okay, well, I wrote it down. So, you said infamy. So let's do it. This is a first. My infamy is 51, and I rolled a 51.
What do you want to happen? What do you want to happen?
I want to wake up from a dream, and none of this is real, and I've got like big titty lesbians feeding me grapes.
Why lesbians though? That's like going to the loo, and they're like, you can touch the statues, but you can't actually touch the statues.
Okay.
I mean, I could take this a really dark way, but I think that's fine. The statues are fine.
No, I mean, if you're
So
asking,
are we not real, or
Okay.
if this happens, are we not real, or is he real?
Am I real?
Okay, Jan
Inception.
Voral wakes up from a dream, and this is all a dream, and he's still on some stupid LR Crafts World Infinity Circuit. However, he has the ability to snap back to it, and with the affirmation of being solicited by big titty lesbians, he will receive no less than 5 infamy. The reason I had you roll infamy was to see if Shrook would get boiled away by the thing, and obviously he doesn't. You rolled literally 51. However, do you want his accomplice to be boiled away by it?
Are you asking? Is that a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
Okay, do you want your heavy bolterman to be boiled away by it?
Preferably not.
Okay. Despite you
So is he gone now?
Yeah, well, it's okay, Curtis. It happens often.
Keenan Runes and Jan Voral, from now on, your clothes will smell bad, and you will have to roll disadvantage on charisma if you ever want to do anything charismatic until you figure out some way to change your clothes.
Should I write that under features and traits? My clothes smell bad.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
That's it's okay.
And with that, we're going back to the normal pace of things, more or less. And I'm just gonna start erasing things because yeah, that's what I feel like doing. More or less, this is what's left on the battlefield. You have Shrook in the yellow, who's disabled. You know, the gunman's actually still alive. I don't know why I said the battle is over. The gunman is more than happy to keep fighting. I'm sorry. I got everyone toned down. Yeah, it's whiskey mind. This guy is pretty much your cuck over here, Vanya. And yeah, that's about it. So now we're gonna be going towards Alistar and Bartleby, and in which you guys are
trying to take a Bowie knife from
oh yeah, okay. He is going to try, because it's his turn, he's gonna try to just not only like cut through your gloves and pull it through, but then stab you afterwards, because you do have his hand on his knife. And instead, you hear. Go ahead and take a wisdom check, please, or a wisdom save, if you know the difference.
All right. I rolled a 17 and my wisdom 16.
Okay. You are not disgusted by this thing as much as you would have been earlier. And you're still playing tug of war with the knife. You will be rolling disadvantage to win him over, to to continue struggling back and forth, because now it's devolved less of like someone trying to take the knife, and it's devolved more like a tug of war. Like, you know, in a tug of war, you know when to give a little bit and get a little bit, and it's kind of just a fun little game that you guys have. It's a recreational skill that you're bonding with each other with.
Yeah.
While they're doing this, is he holding onto his gun?
So you guys are wrestling with the prisoner right now, and the
Oh, I
guy.
thought he was wrestling with the guard.
No, he's wrestling with the prisoner. I'm sorry, the prisoner with the Bowie knife.
Yeah.
And the gunman is still 10 feet above you with the gun primed and ready to shoot another volley.
I thought he tossed the gun.
So there's a lot of misconceptions here. I guess I'm gonna go do a replay.
Okay.
Curtis tossed a pipe into. Sorry, Bartleby tossed a pipe into the water. The
Okay.
gunman shot you, and then you tried to wrestle the knife out of the fellow prisoner.
Okay. All right, that's what it was. All right.
If you ever need clarification, feel free to stop me. I know I have a nice, charismatic, booming voice, but I miss so many things because I'm
Okay.
so concerned with talking.
All right. So
One thing I would like to say is that I want to bandage my cuck prisoner's stumps.
Okay.
Nicely,
You just call him a
so that he
cuck?
can stop bleeding.
Yeah, I did, but I said it before, so I gave her ammunition. I'm immediately regretting it, but I can't knock her
You
for
should
it.
regret, you should regret ever giving me ammunition, but I can guarantee you'll do it again.
Okay. Jan Voral, I want you to take perception test, please.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wait, I didn't get to do nothing. And you skipped the ogre's turn.
No, not quite yet.
20
Oh.
22.
Okay, like usual, you're the only one that witnesses Vanya having intimate moments with prisoners of war. Do you choose to do anything this time?
I just make a stinky face. That's it.
Okay, go ahead and gain 1 corruption and 1 infamy for good luck.
Yes, sir.
I thought
Vanya?
he had woken up from a dream.
Oh yeah, he's still like kind of just imagining that scene.
As I am bandaging his wounds, I mean, it's not even fair to let him just bleed out and die. That's sad. He threw his gun at me. It's only fair. But I will carve very small symbols of Slanesh on both thighs by his stumps, by the end of his stumps, so they're covered by the bandages.
Slanesh has inducted yet another battle cripple. I can't wait to see the fetish art that will result in this. Go ahead and roll d6 for me, please.
Who?
Vanya.
Oh, D6.
Paul, I printed out a new character sheet during this game, and I've already crossed out numbers like 6 or 7 times.
I would recommend
That's why I
having.
get an erasable pen.
I would recommend having some a sticky note or something. I'm sorry. I know I'm modifying things so often, but
no, it's fun. It's fun. I love it.
I do this instead of levels. You're leveling up every game or leveling down.
I love it.
What'd you roll, Vanya?
I got a 2.
Everyone here roll infamy besides Vanya. Just don't tell me your result. Just tell me once everyone has the result.
I mean, do you want us to type them or what?
Just tell me if you have a result and remember the
I have
result.
a result.
Yeah, I have a result.
I have a result.
Okay, if you got your infamy or higher, nothing changed. If you, sorry. If you got your infamy or lower, nothing changes. However, and I made it confusing because I fucked up the first time. If you rolled higher than your infamy, lose 1 infamy.
God damn it!
Vanya gained 2 infamy. Okay, and I did all that out of order. We're getting out Bartleby and Alistar. It just had to happen. I'm sorry, boys.
okay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and help the Inquisitor get the knife from the prisoner. I mean,
Inquisitor, roll a strength check at advantage, which means you get to roll it twice and choose the highest result.
All right. I got 18 and my strength is 18.
Fantastic. Finally, okay, you don't actually rip the knife out of the thing's hands. You just rip the hands off of the guy. Like they just come off along with the blade. And so you will be at -2 to hit with it because there's 2 hands wrapped around the blade, but you do have another blade.
Nice.
Ah!
All right, and then I'm gonna try to use the. I can still go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to cut off the bionic arm off of that one guy.
Okay, I will allow you to roll what was the medicine or strength?
Strength.
What's the medicine modifier? Wisdom?
It's intel.
Medicine.
Intelligence. Okay, so it's basically intelligence or strength.
I'll use strength.
Okay. You are at advantage because Bartleby is still helping you. He's basically just tapping you, like tapping encouragement to you.
And I'm like, I don't know, fumbling for it.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
All right, I rolled a 14 and my strength is 18.
So unlike the other weapons where the things were actually like holding the weapon, this guy seems more or less unconcerned with you excising an entire biotic limb from his flesh. It's almost as if the limb was kind of just dangling there the whole time.
Okay. So I did some surgery, some amateur surgery.
What do you want to do with the? I want to know what you want to do with the arm. This whole time I've just been dying to know. What do you? Look, normally I wouldn't let you do it, but I really not this turn, but I want to know what you would do with the arm this turn. I'm giving you a free half action here.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna inspect the arm.
Okay, it is So okay, the this guy is clearly not some sort of menial, because if a menial lost an arm, they would just become an amputee and eventually just fail at whatever job they're doing. If they're a clerk, well, they can't file paperwork quite as fast. They'll die a death of 1,000 paper cuts trying to keep up. If it was a underhive worker, they would have just been sent into the machine to try to fix it with one arm, because that's at that point the only value they have is expendable. So this guy, but however, you can see, and if you don't know what the arm I'm talking about, you can see that this arm right here is about like a medium grade arm. If this person were an elite, it would have been more like compact, but this is basically they're using industrial revolution technology to make the arm work. It's almost like steam. Okay, it's not steam powered, but it's just as clunky as that would have been. So this guy was basically within like the medium scale of the imperial hierarchy.
All right.
Imperial middle class.
If you know what, as soon as you say that, it just sounds, everything I said sounds awful, but I'm sticking with it.
All right. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fashion this arm into a spear with the knife.
So you can kind of like jiggle the cables around and get the arm to clench, and yeah, you do that. That's what you did. That's
you got the arm to like hold the knife.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Okay, that's gonna be your entire turn now. Sorry, and I know I promised you guys no more combat, but I'm not sticking with that promise. We're now going to Jan, Vorel, Keenan, and Vanya. You guys all get the go at the same initiative. And Jan, Vorel, and Keenan are pretty much right here. This is Shrook, and Vanya is right here.
Shrook still lives?
You hear him gently weeping, and you hear his tears falling through the catwalk, the grates in the catwalk, into the abysmal slush below.
That they're all covered in.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe you want to do an action, Joe? I could cast guidance on you, or
Jan Vorl is just enjoying big titties and vapor right now.
okay, okay. Then I will.
I do like big titties, so.
Well, who doesn't, my friend? Sorry about that. Sorry, no. No horny hammer, no horny hammer, no horny hammer, no.
No
Sorry.
horny, or it's
No horny hammer, no horny hammer. No horny hammer, no horny hammer. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so all of the guys are dead except for what's his face? Shrek.
So you have Shrook, which is right here.
Shrek.
Whatever.
Shrook. Don't troll me on my own stream, man. I did that once and the guy edited me out. So don't do that, because I have no qualms editing you out. Okay, Shrook's right here, and Vanya's
I'm gonna call him Bob.
okay, Bobbert. Bob is right there.
Weird. I actually used to know someone that we called Bobbert.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, it was very deserved, awful nickname.
I would hope that he deserved it, because I might. Never mind. I won't say
Let me
it.
just put it this way: as bad as we all think we might be doing, given that we're all full-grown adults playing D&D on Zoom and having a great old time, he is infinitely like you scrape the bottom of the barrel, but there's still like scum on the bottom, like underneath that. That's kind of where he's at. So.
Okay, so Bobbert himself has been the scum, and the thing about it is you can clean the barrel out as much as you want. You can put whatever you want. You can blast the pressure washer in the barrel, but it'll still be down there. And that's kind of how Bobbert has gotten around. He has no loyalty. He just has an ability to kind of stay alive. I mean, you think that him blowing his own legs off would be the rock bottom for him, but this is just a scratch compared to what he's done before. But he is an unsavory character, though. He is an unsavory character, and he will sap infamy away from those around him.
Well, he can't move, so it'll be easy to stay away from him.
Okay. Whose turn did I skip?
You skipped. I believe it's. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, it's Keenan, Janvor, and Vanya right now.
Yeah, and we could have the bolter shoot at Bug.
You haven't allowed Jim Voral or Keenan to do anything, really.
Is Shrek is still moving or what?
Shrook!
Shrek.
Don't troll me on my own. Okay, no, Shrek. So look, I told you, Shrek is kind of just weeping softly through the grating.
You bent? He's Shrek now?
Shrook! No, I said Shrook. I said Shrook.
You said Shrek just now.
Okay, Shrook is back in the game.
Okay, Shrook is. Yeah, you know what? If you call him Shrek one more time, just test it. Yes.
Okay. I would like to walk over to him while he's whimpering and cowering, and I take my big old halberd, my big old halberd, and I fucking slam it down. I decapitate Shrek, and I want his fucking head. I want Shrek's head from my fucking pedestal.
Okay, you have dehumanized them so much that I will not have you roll. You rolled that 51 earlier, and you're still just riffing off the very same image. It has given you such a feeling of confidence that at this point you just say what you're going to do and you did it. But that just faded. And now Shrook is decapitated.
Okay.
Oh, you have the head of Shrook. But we were supposed to give Shrook someone else's head. Or that was what you guys were gonna do.
Yes, I'm taking that fucking head with me.
Okay, then in that case,
And I will go ahead and award Jan Voral one more infamy just in case he ever rolls a 51 again. This won't happen.
Cool, I'm up to 58.
Okay, great. No, that made me feel so much better about my choice.
Thanks, boss.
Okay, Vanya, Keenan Runes.
well, I will take a reaction.
Okay, and I can't even remember if I got your turn, Vanya. I mean, you guys have to help me out. here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
No.
you did.
Oh, not yet.
Okay, go
No.
for it.
It's Vanya's turn. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna help Bobbert into a sitting position.
Help
Okay.
us! We need help.
I'm nowhere near you fuckers, so I can't hear you.
You could hear them. You can hear.
You and that wretched Ugrin.
You can still hear a battle going on, to be quite honest.
Battle, but I'm not gonna hear like someone without a tongue complaining. about
Let's just be clear. You're not interested in it. Just do what you want to do. I don't care what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Bobbert into a sitting position, and then I'm going to kind of sit down in front of him and be like, "Look, you guys lost. Was it really worth the meat?"
Go ahead and roll D3 for me, and for you, I'll roll D6 and half it.
2.
You will lose to corruption. You, for once, have not absolutely abused somebody that you had control over, and I'm trying to encourage that more often because it's very easy to overpower my NPCs, but you should ask yourself, just because you can, should you?
Hey, you know what? I still have cider on my list of I still have cider somewhere. She's supposed to be with me somewhere.
There is a retinue, and I wasn't too kind to the tech priest, and maybe that's why he's not here today. His absence does disturb me. But there is a meager retinue of non-combatants located over here, as they did not want to really be a part of the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still have. Hey, I'm not mean to every one of your NPCs. Cider is still my favorite. It's not my fault she's blind. She's blind when I found her.
Okay, you can say that if you want.
Anyways, yes, I'm just gonna be like, look.
Okay.
Lost. The meat wasn't worth it. Obviously, it wasn't worth it. How about you just honor your original agreement and repledge yourselves to us, and we'll just forget this happened and you can rebuild.
Roll charisma. It's a good thing that you are not beset by the tidal wave of muck.
16.
Okay. You were not that convincing, to be quite honest. Okay. So the reason why you've done so much damage to the Ogrins, it's sort of like a mouse to an elephant. Like an elephant in captivity becomes slightly insane. That's why even the sight of an alien little thing like a mouse just drives them wild. And I'm not really, okay. And that's mostly where the shock factor came from. But could a mouse convince an elephant? No. However, if an elephant became the only elephant in the circus, it realizes that it is the star of the show. And so
that
he
the
looks,
mouse just cut its fucking feet off, basically.
and yeah, and the cripple grin kind of starts grinning and says, "Swamp foul my land now, no?"
Yes, Bobbert, I think that is true.
Swamp foul mine. You get good slaves, not the best. I find and capture many good slaves. Many slaves.
Thank you, Bobbert. I really appreciate that.
Lord Ravage, not good lord. Not good lord. No, no, no.
Oh, I mean, Lord Revich, had being on Be Prepared, would never have let you live. Just remember that I did.
Never. Abba. And the gunman will now shoot at either Alistar or Bartleby. I would like you both to tell me how many degrees of success you either fail or succeed your infamy test by. I'll walk you through this. Roll 1d100, subtract that, or just roll a d100, and I'll get you the next step, Alistar.
I rolled 22, and my infamy is 22.
Ah, they shoot Alistar. I'm sorry, Alistar. It didn't matter what you have to say this time. He's going to shoot at you. He's going to roll 2 dice. Alistar, could you tell me your AC, please?
I don't know what my armor class is.
We've gone through this before, Alistar. This exact conversation. Who created Alistar's character? Keenan, can you please save him?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just take a guess. Let's say it's 16 or 17.
Okay, 16.
Wait.
Look, I
What's
need.
his class? What's his class?
He's a paladin.
Oh, then.
17. Give him 17.
Because he couldn't.
Okay, I need somebody to volunteer to walk new characters, new players through their characters. I need a volunteer. You can tell me later. They're going to shoot at Alistar, and they will actually miss. The gunner is actually just quite terrified now that he's seen all his betters get blasted away.
Is he shoot? Is he saying anything?
He says, they never die. They never die. No matter how many times I shoot, they never die.
What the fuck?
And now it's your turn, Alistar and Bartleby.
Since I got healed a bit, and we now have the bionic spear. I mean,
yeah, no, the bionic spear. I like that. And because it is a bionic spear, it actually has the ability to like extend and give it like a bit more like reach and accuracy and distance. Like it's programmed for some reason to like mid-flight.
being still unarmed, I just like nervously egg on the commissar. Well, go on, commissar, run him through. Run that maniac through, the one that's fucking sitting there babbling.
At this point, you two have not even decided to use battle tap. You're just kind of like, but for some reason, you can both understand each other. And the commissar, instead of receiving disadvantage to throwing it, because it is still a very strange, crude weapon, will receive +2 to hit.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna head and attack the gunman then.
Okay.
So what? I roll 20 then.
A D20.
You did? You rolled 20.
11.
Oh.
You throw the bionic spear, and it just kind of like clanks up on the upper level. It just kind of like lands like that.
Okay.
Can I see them fighting?
We've thrown every weapon we ever had.
Keenan runes?
Can I see them fighting or not?
Yes, you are aware that there's still a struggle here. Not really because you can see what's going on, but because you guys have been on Gravia so long that when there is peace, there's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like another atmosphere has entered the air. But typically, you're just like always just looking around, just like, oh, there's war over there. Fuck.
Yep, seems pretty right. I will go to where there's war then.
Okay.
Where there is war.
Yeah, there is war.
Only war.
There's only war. Okay. And your Keenan Runes is basically right here, and he sees the gunman, and the gunman is once again
Poor guy. I will cast Create Bonfire right under his ass.
Okay.
You must make a dexterity save of 16. Yeah. No, wait.
I
Eight.
smell the undeniable smell of witchcraft. Witchcraft.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm resorting to potty humor here. I'm sorry. It was the first thing that came to mind, and when I don't go with that, it just never is good. His bouts of indigestion from trying to eat the tongue soup have given him quite an explosive flash. Well, how do you imagine that manifesting, Keenan Runes?
Well, basically, oh, by the way, I rolled a 20 on my magic check. When I snapped my finger and I
Would you
literally.
like him to take flight?
Yes, sure, and he fly into the swamp.
He does not. Yeah, okay, fine. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna give it more of an ET visual, but that would have been too comical. Yeah, what between the flame and whatever else, he met a very convenient demise for the combat to end.
Can his weapon be recovered?
Roll an infamy.
I really would like to get my hands on that auto gun. I'm a soldier. I need a gun, especially on Gravius 3.
I'm really glad you're joining our party with that kind of question.
36 out of my infamy is 22 though.
You as he flies away, he drops the weapon, and you get the weapon. However, a roll of 1 to 4 will cause the weapon to jam.
Yes, I rolled a 5.
Yes.
You, I meant to say that the next time you shoot it, that'll be it. But you are immune to that for the next couple rounds. In fact, I'm probably just going to use it against you. In fact, no. This weapon will. It's like a lasgun. However, at one point of massive inconvenience, I will jam your weapon without a roll from you.
So does it still have like the lays rule?
Yes,
it's like a lasgun?
except I will betray you with the weapon at some point.
It is a cursed weapon.
Auto gun. Parentheses, fucking suspicious.
And since this is the exact same party as the ones that did the prologue in the last game, you guys are just a part of the party now. It's just like, oh, hey, you guys are back. That's basically what happens.
We joined up with this crew.
Yeah.
However,
we're clearly not friends with the Ogrins. But how do we get our tongues back?
Well,
can
we do the base?
Do they have the means to give us new tongues?
I can give you new tongues.
Yeah, we can do that.
So there is the question of the prisoners, and there is the question of the emissaries.
Duh.
And is Bobbert the only remaining Ogren? Does he have anything left for us to prop him up as the new ruler?
You literally have to see. There I go again, saying literally again. See, that's why I don't like saying it, because I just start saying it. You actually have to prop him upwards, like that. He has a menial slave with him. The whole job of the slave is holding Bobbert up.
We gotta get like a pallet jack and a pallet to roll him around on.
The slave more or less does that now, and you can tell that he is way overburdened. But he's gonna do it anyways. Okay, Vanya, Bobbert now has a guy with a pallet jack that can not only go like this and jack Bobbert up to an extraordinary height, but is also just like trying to push the Ogren around. Just for fun. Just for fun. And the combat is resolved. No more combat phases.
So we can do the skull.
Combat is resolved.
Okay.
The game is not resolved, and I will tell you this: the payoff for having
the Ogrins are dead.
One Ogre. Well, the payoff for having at least one Ogren alive will not register until the end of the session, because there are still plenty of opportunities for you to kill them, I'm afraid.
Well, there's still the tracks, guys.
Yeah, the emissaries 3.
Yes.
So your party approaches the emissaries 3. and they say, we hate. Yeah, I have to do it. I have to, as long as I can find it.
Need the hood and the headband.
So right.
It's actually a studded. It's a studded belt from Hot Topic when they used to sell those.
So Paul, I just have a question. I do not look weird to them, to the new guys.
What does he look like?
He is half human, half Astartes, half tree.
Well, if he's half Astartes, then his any other aberrations would be ignorable, I suppose.
I have orange too sticking out of my heads. On my head, yeah.
So, yeah, the thing about I muddled around with it too long. They say we are the emissaries 3.
We are DSX, Humankind Revolution.
We have watched you for some kind. Our spies have infiltrated your lands, and I'm so glad that you got to inflict violence because I did not see this happening without violence. It's kind of your game plan, I'm afraid. We are the reason that they no longer paid your tithes. We wanted you to come here. But now that you have that anger out of the way, I'm sure you'll be willing to make a deal.
Well, what's the deal?
Lord Revage will not smash your country apart as long as you give us a tithe.
We could discuss about that, but I don't think that now is the right time.
Oh, now is the right time.
How strong is our Imperium compared to the Thrax Knights?
It is meager. You have been a guest on this planet. You have usurped the Auxilia. You have usurped the Imperial Guard. You are just a placeholder. I will allow you to discuss by yourselves as I must urinate.
So, new guys, welcome in the group.
Yes. Opportunities arise, and we have seized them.
So what is it that he wants?
Basically, he wants us to pay him a tithe. Basically, he wants us to become their vassals, which I don't know. We could use it as an opportunity.
Can we, if we don't do it, is there
Well,
any way we could conduct a war against?
yes, there is. We actually have tanks and servitors.
Can we use the corpse?
Well, we don't use corpse. We need live people for servitors, but that's why we use the slaves.
Oh, okay, I see. So that would leave us with Bob being a servitor in this scenario.
We need.
But we don't want that because we need him.
Well, we don't have the tech priest with us, so.
What about the guy that had the gun earlier? Is he still alive or is he?
No,
dead?
we cut off his head for some witchcraft, which maybe will get both of you mad, but it's okay. We're used to it. We had an inquisitor in the party, so.
I'm only just scared of stuff like that, not mad at it.
Oh, you'd be really scared because we're all witchers. Even the inquisitors are witcher, and actually you too, when you're are psychers, technically.
My curse?
What curse? No.
We have not yet decided whether or not, well, what exactly we're going to do. We're still discussing our capabilities, but we're leaning toward making this deal. What exactly would our tithe be?
The amount of peace you want will be in accordance to the amount of tithe you bring.
Well, what about one tithe?
Well, so this is just a bribe? It's not like a deal? I mean, we're not like...
Ungravious, do you think that there is a difference? Do you believe in an Imperium of Chaos? There exists no such thing.
Well,
what will you give, or more maybe
I'm not aware of
not
what
real
we have to
peace.
give.
Who will you give?
We will give you, I think.
Can we give party members that aren't here?
It seems that some of your party members have not been here in quite a while.
Well, it's the Gloomsdale effect.
Yeah. Hey, you see that paladin over there?
That Inquisitor, you know, those
Yeah,
big.
that Inquisitor over there. That hasn't said a word in like 2 or 3 months.
You would be willing to give the Thrax Knights an Inquisitor?
Only this time.
Only this time.
How much
Because
would he be worth to you?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good question.
so much. I think this is a deal worth striking.
Let it be struck then. Deliver to him the Inquisitor.
No, guys, I have a better idea. I will give you.
No. That's the deal, my friend.
Okay.
I like that deal. I don't think any other deal will suffice.
It'll buy us the most time for the least, the least of our stuff that we're giving him.
I mean, he's got an extra chromosome, but
Just call it a bonus.
Oh, bonus chromosome? You don't say.
3 of them.
Frank, I'm gonna let you be the boss on this one, but if you want to, I mean,
This is an
I
important
mean-
decision. We don't know what you guys really think about Nurgle and his lackeys.
This entire party hates Nurgle. I have tried so hard to make Nurgle something that they could at least contend with, and every time they've had the opportunity, they have shit on him. It almost makes me. I've actually shed tears. I wake up with like fucking like cold sweats in the middle of the night because I think I'm a Nurgling and I have to face them in my dreams.
No,
Okay. Well then,
you also keep bundling it with Slanesh, which really just isn't helping your case with anyone but
Well,
with
for
anyone.
my part, I'm an Isha believer, same as John.
Isha's forgiveness. Yep.
Yeah.
an Isha believer.
2 Isha believer, actually.
Okay, well, you guys like to talk. I know you like to talk, and the more you talk is the higher your pension for violence. So I'll just take him.
Okay. And how much time?
Fuck it, you can have him.
Take him.
How much? What do you give us then?
You
How much
will have
peace?
peace for 77 years.
Why not 7?
Can we do
77 times
7?
77.
Can we
How
do?
much?
Sounds like a nice round
For
number.
777 years.
You will have peace for 7 years. Final offer.
You said 77 first.
Yeah.
You will have peace for 3.5 years. Final offer.
You already said that. That sucks.
Yeah, it sounds like you want violence.
You
Yeah,
will
you-
have peace for 7 months. Final offer.
Okay, we kill him. I can still go at it, and if anyone need
Peace
healing,
for 7 months is still better than no peace.
well, it's better war than Nurgle.
We're not prepared for war. You said.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. It's the zealous in this. It's the
We fucked
zealous.
ourselves out of 7 years, fine, but don't throw away the 7 months.
Okay.
And with that, the followers, I even forgot what I called them. The emissaries 3, they in the might and he says, "It is good you did not decide to fight us because the emissaries 3 has 4 members." And you see rising from the goop this terrible monstrosity of machine, filth, and demon rise almost like a trash can, if you would. It is bristling with more weapons on any vehicle you've ever seen before. And with their captive, they just kind of hop on his shoulders and he kind of just slushes through the goop back to his lands.
I think we all avoided death.
No, no.
No, we've seen worse.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And I still have a lot of spells, so it's okay.
Are you seeing worse? Okay, that did shut me up.
Okay. I want someone to tell me high or low. I will not ask you to confirm the number.
Why?
Okay. I want someone to roll a d8 for me, please.
Joe?
Yeah, I got that. D8.
Yes.
That is a 7.
Everyone here can choose to remove 4 corruption or add 7 infamy after this for basically for getting a clean food supply to the Ogrins and stopping them from becoming more corrupted. So you can either remove 4 corruption or add 7 infamy.
I added the infamy.
I had the infamy.
Yeah, the infamy, please.
And this isn't so much you adding the swamp fowl to your lands, but this is more or less a measure of you solidifying the your lands together and into one thing. And with that, now Keenan Runes speaks, and I will be Keenan Runes. Guys, I have an idea. You are not to know of my idea, but I am the most powerful here by many, many metrics. Would anyone wish to challenge me as the leader of Deus Ex Machina? Does anyone here wish to stand up?
Yeah.
Very well. Trial by combat.
Oh, fuck.
I just sleep.
Kowtow to me as your master. The Deus Ex Machina requires a master, and we have fuddled along too long.
Co-masters?
Subservience or corpses.
I
Your
assume
choice.
this is not how Keenan speaks.
That's not Keenan.
Okay, how would Keenan
I'll
say
pull
that?
his own fucking god against him.
How would Keenan say that? Because he's going to say the
It's
same thing.
Whoa!
I am
idea.
now assuming direct control.
Okay, well, first, I don't care about leadership.
Keenan does, however. Keenan has amassed so much power, it would be impossible for him not to make the connection.
Well,
That he is now
no,
the
because
powerful member.
to betray his own creed, and Keenan won't let himself go like that.
High or low?
No.
Keenan Runes has been so touched by the power he's amassed that he is now more or less power and corrupt because of that. He has grand ambitions that could only be squandered by the party of mortals around him. And so Keenan says once again, who would challenge me? I have an idea.
Okay, then who
What?
wants to fight me?
Yeah, I'll let you have it this time. This time.
Anybody else? Vanya?
What am I voting about now?
So you all agree to a pact.
Keenan Rune is our leader now.
We have no choice
Oh,
in this matter.
sure.
Do you all agree to the pact? I need a yes or a no.
Very chaotic, yes.
Reluctant,
Vanya.
no.
Yeah.
Vanya,
Vanya,
You can be the
I'm
leader.
a survivor, though. I know
Vanya,
my place.
Yes.
roll infamy, Vanya.
36.
How many degrees of success is that?
21.
Keenan Runes, roll infamy, please.
give me a moment. 5.
None of you actually know this, but player-wise, it's important to know that the Emperor of Mankind once embarked upon the stars to conquer them for his people, but in the middle of the Great Crusade, he left the front line to start another project, much like Keenan Runes will do here now. Keenan Runes says, I will be going to Gloomsdale, or might we call it Greensdale? And Keenan Runes is no longer a member of the party.
What?
Okay, so I need to make a new character?
You have already made 2 new characters, my friend.
Well, I want to make a new character.
You've already made 2 new characters, my friend. I know. I knew there would be an emotional toll here, but I was willing to rip it off anyways.
What the fuck?
This will be the conclusion of this session. I'm glad to have an unsuspected cliffhanger, and I'm telling you, the alternative would have been worse. And actually, the alternative is still in play, and it will be worse. If you thought things got bad, they're only going to be worse. Does anyone have any final thoughts or notes? I will give a period of 2 minutes for this.
Yeah.
I do believe there was a bonus for leaving one of the, or was that the infamy we already got for leaving one of the Ogrons alive? And
yeah, I already dished it out. You either
Okay,
got 7
that's
infamy.
I wasn't clear.
Okay, I don't make things clear all the time. I make them very poetic.
Okay.
Between now and the next game session, how many in-game months will have passed?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
It does matter.
yeah.
I want to hear your plan for Deus Ex Machina within the next 2 months. Now, okay. I want to hear a plan. I want to hear a very general plan. I don't want to hear about exact numbers. I just want to hear a very abstract take, and this can come from everyone or just a couple people. What I want to do is I want to make a chat with everyone here except for me, so you guys can converse among yourselves without worrying about what I'm going to do, because
Well, I don't have character because
We might need you to help us quantify.
because
Okay, very well.
I won't use Octarm though. So
You have plenty of time to think about it. You can or can't do that. And that's about the end of the session. Any other? Okay,
Oh,
bye.
That's all I had. All right, bye.
Fuck you, Paul.
Blow it out.